Are you ready to step into the world of ethical hacking? Do you want to learn how real hackers think and operate so you can protect system and network like a pro? Welcome to the Complete Ethical Hacking Bootcamp, where you will master the art of ethical hacking from scratch, whether you're a beginner or an aspiring cybersecurity professional. This course will take you from zero to hero. You will learn how to set up a virtual hacking lab, network penetration testing and exploitation techniques, Wi-Fi hacking, capturing handshake and cracking password, system hacking and post-exploitation tactique, SQL injection, website hacking and social engineering, mobile hacking, accessing camera, microphone and location. And the best part, this course is hand-on. You will work with real-world tools like Metasploit, Wireshark, BetterCap, and many more. Cybersecurity is one of the most in-demand fields today, and ethical hackers are needed everywhere. So, if you are ready to build real-world hacking skills, join me in this course and let's get started. Hey there, welcome to the Complete Ethical Hacking Bootcamp, your ultimate guide to ethical hacking and penetration testing. In this course, you will learn how to think like a hacker, so you can defend system, networks, and applications from cyber threats. But don't worry, you don't need any prior hacking experience. We start from the basics and move to advanced techniques step by step. Here is what you will learn. Setting up your hacking lab, install Kali Linux, VirtualBox, and vulnerability machines for safe practice. Mastering Kali Linux, learn essential hacking commands and tools. Network penetration testing, discover vulnerability and exploit networks like a pro. Wi-Fi hacking, learn how to capture and crack password. MITM attacks and packet sniffing, intercept and analyze network traffic, system hacking and post-exploitation, gain control over target machine, website and SQL injection attack, exploit web vulnerabilities, mobile hacking, access location, microphone and camera remotely. Every lesson is hands-on. You won't just watch video. You will perform real-world hacking exercises to reinforce your skill. By the end of this course, you will have the knowledge and experience to perform penetration tests, identify security flaws, and secure system effectively. There is a lot of virtual machine that we can use. One of them is VirtualBox. VirtualBox has a lot of goodness that we are going to use it, okay? In VirtualBox or virtual machine, we can install a lot of operating system. We can create our own virtual lab in VirtualBox or in a virtual machine. Could be a VirtualBox, could be VMware or anything. It is very safe to install our operating system. We will not be able to lose our own system, okay, while we're using some kind of harmful program. It is safe, okay, and also it is recoverable and also is for free, okay. So here let's search for VirtualBox, and in here you see we have the VirtualBox website. From here you can download the VirtualBox and install into Windows system. Go to download, and then from here download it for Windows if you're a Windows user. If you're Mac user, so install and download and install for Mac user, and also if you're Linux, so for Linux. After you download it for Windows, we will be having something like this. Okay, VirtualBox 7. Right now it is the version 7, and from here you can just hit open, and then it will be asking for yes no question, and you will be able to install it into your system. Okay, I'm not going to install it right now, so I'm going to just search for something else, and that is VirtualBox in my system. Okay, I have already installed it in my system, so that this is my system. Okay, my VirtualBox, I installed this, and here you see I have this 4 system: Kali Linux, Metasploitable, and also Windows 10 and Windows 7. You are not going to have this now. Okay, this time when you install the VirtualBox in your system, it is going to be free, or it's going to be empty in this place. Okay, so, or let me just remove this. Or not. Okay, so no problem. I can create a new, or I can install a new operating system by hitting this new button here, and then give a name. For example, I'm going to install the Windows 7, and then where is the image or ISO? Do I have the ISO? While you're trying to install Windows operating system, you need to have its ISO. Okay, so I do have the Windows 7 ISO or image, and then hit this escape and next. From here, use at least 2 GB memory, then 1 CPU for me. Okay, and also this one is virtual hard disk. Virtual hard disk for me is going to be 32 GB, but at least 15 gigabyte is enough. Okay, and everything is good. And now hit finish, and now you see I have Windows 7 here. Before we start installing this Windows 7, there is something we need to do. It's about network. Okay, select the operating system and then go to setting. While you go to setting, we have network. Okay, and from here we need to use or select NAT network. For me, here is NAT network selected. It has a name called NAT network, but for you it is not going to be like this if it is the first time you installed virtual machine or VirtualBox 7. So I need to cancel this now, and then go to file. From here we have tools, and before, okay, in VirtualBox 5 or 7 or 6 we had that part in preferences, and here we had network. We could add NAT network, but now in VirtualBox 7 it is kind of different. Now it moved here. We have network manager, and then we have the NAT network. From here we can create one. Okay, see, I have the NAT network. Okay, I can modify everything I want here. So now network and network, NAT network and NAT network 1 is added here. Okay, so good. Now if I came back to Windows 7, then if I go to setting and then go to network, if I use NAT network, I will be having both of that. Okay, see, NAT network 1 and NAT network. So for you it's going to be the same if you're using Windows, if you're using VirtualBox 7. Okay, good. Now let's hit start. So now when I hit start, it will start installing the Windows 7. Okay, but I'm sure you know how to install Windows 7 in your computer. Okay, I'm not going to show you how to install Windows 7 because it's gonna take a lot of time. For example, at least it's going to take 20 minutes. So I'm sure you don't have that time. Me neither. Okay, so good. Thanks for watching. Here you saw how to install and use VirtualBox on Windows. Okay, I'm going to show you how to install it on Linux and also good. Okay, so I will install this in my system, but okay, hit next. So it will be installed. So now thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Now I am going to show you the latest version of Kali Linux and how to download it, how to install it in virtual machine, which is VirtualBox here. So let me search for VirtualBox, and you see I have the latest version, which is Kali Linux 2023. In my time right now it is the latest version, so I'm going to just remove it. Okay, so I will show you how to install it and put it in this place. Okay, so I'm going to close my VirtualBox. Here in my browser I'm going to search for Kali Linux, kali.org, and here you see we have download. Hit the download, and from here we have a lot of things. Okay, the first one is installer image. If you want to install it in your main system, so you need to download this one, or if you want to use it as a virtual machine, so you can come with this one, or we have for mobile, we have cloud container and a lot of things. Or if you want to use it as live boot, you need to come right here. We want virtual machine. Okay, so I hit that, and from here which one you want to use it. Okay, as you see we have a lot of option here: VirtualBox, weekly, VMware, and this is the thing I want. Okay, so it's about 2.9 gigabyte, and if I hit here, hit this, so it will start downloading, but I already have downloaded and extracted. I think it is a zip file, and after you extract it you will be having something like this. Okay, so when you have this, you can come inside the folder which is here, called Linux 2023, and right now I'm going to double click on this Kali Linux 2023 one VirtualBox AMD 64 VBox. Now you see when I double click that, it is opening that into virtual machine, which is the VirtualBox already installed in my system. That is here. Okay, now everything is good. If I hit start, so it will start launching this for me. Okay, non-fatal, no problem, it's going to work. And I'm going to wait for a while, and after it is launched completely, we can use it just like the system that we installed in our system as main system that you see here. I have it. I have the Kali Linux as my main system too, and also I am going to use it in virtual machine or VirtualBox here. So I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay, don't be worried. I'm going to cover all the necessary thing you need to know. So it's gonna take just a while. So you see the Kali now is launched, and we have a username and also a password. So the username is Kali for the new version, and the password is also Kali. If I hit log in, now we will see that it is going to be logged in. Okay, and perfect. You see that it is very small sometimes, and if I do this multiple times, I think it is going to be good now. Okay, perfect. Now I have this Kali Linux in my VirtualBox. Again, you see now I can use it. You're not going to have all this stuff here. I am having these because I am using a snapshot of Kali Linux. I was already using it in other systems, so I have got this for this system too, so don't be worried about that. Okay, so it is very, very cool. Now you can use it the way you want. Okay, see, good. Now in here you saw how to install Kali Linux, how to download first and then install it in VirtualBox. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Now it is time to see how to install Windows in a virtual machine, which is this one. Okay, so you know how to download a Windows image. After you download it, okay, any Windows operating system you want, for example Windows 10 or Windows 7, anyone you want. Okay, let me remove it from here now, delete all the files, and I'm going to just create a new file. A new operating system, it is going to be Windows 7. Okay, and from here we have ISO image. We need to select our ISO image. So as you see, I have into this document and then course tools folder, and then I have the Windows 7. Okay, so I can select that and then also tick this one and hit next one. From here you can select a memory size. It could be 2 GB, and also the processor. If you want, you can enable EFI mode. If not, so we're using Windows, we don't need to enable this now. So hit the next button, and also we can give this at least 16 GB or 15 GB. That is okay, and then hit finish. So the next thing you need to do is whenever you're trying to install any operating system, you need to come to this setting and then networks, and from here you need to select NAT network. Okay, so now in the name part again we have the NAT network. Okay, so I am selecting NAT network. If you don't have it, so in the previous lecture I think I explained this, so you can follow that and you will be able to find this NAT network name here. Now the NAT network is also okay. Any setting you want, you can change it from here. Okay, for example, you want to change the base memory or chipset, and also enable hardware clock in UTC time, enable EFI mode, processor, all the thing. Okay, also display video memory, and let's move it a little, at least that one, and storage. Okay, also we have shared and also shared folder, USB, we have clipboards, drag and drop, a lot of things that if those were necessary I will cover them. Okay, if not, so no problem. Now let's start this and see how we can install Windows in virtual machine. Okay, now we are waiting just for a while, and it is starting. Okay, so the language is going to be English, United States, US, and install now. Okay, from here you're able to select the operating system, for example 64-bit or 32-bit. I'm going to use this one. Okay, hit next, and also tick the I accept the license term, and then select the custom. What? I didn't select the custom, that was something else, I haven't seen it. Okay, that happened accidentally. So now this one, and also I have about 60 GB free space that I can use it. If you want to, for example, do something, so you can go to drive option to partition the drive you have. Okay, and let's hit next, and now it starts installing. Okay, so it will be installed, and when it is finished, so you will be able to use your operating system as one of your computer. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture with Windows 7 having installed and all the other stuff that is necessary. Okay, so thanks, see you. Welcome to website hacking. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how you can download and install Metasploitable. Metasploitable is a Linux machine. Okay, it is vulnerable, and it is created for us to use it for testing our tools while we're doing the penetration testing. So if we come to this website that is here, okay, from here you can download the Metasploitable, and it is saying the Metasploitable is an intentionally vulnerable Linux virtual machine, okay, brought by Rapid7 user. Okay, so here we have the last update is 2019, and it is Metasploitable 2. So if you want to download this one, okay, you can come here and hit the download button. It will be downloaded for you, and it will be a zip file, and then we extract this and install it in our virtual machine, and then test our program on this while we don't have permission to use our tools on real websites and much more. Okay, so let's hit download here. Okay, I already downloaded, so I will just show you the folder. Okay, so this is the folder that I downloaded. Let me extract this here, and when it is extracted, we will be having some file inside here, and then we can use this, okay, on virtual machine to install it. I'll show you how you can install it. Very easy. Okay, we have our virtual machine here. Let me create a new virtual machine here. It is going to be Metasploitable, and it is going to be a Linux machine. Okay, hit next, and memory size, let it be 1 GB. I think it is going to be enough for this. And here use an existing virtual hard disk. Okay, also if I came back here, you see that it is extracted, and also we have a Metasploitable VMDK file here. Okay, so we can use this on virtual machine. I'm going to use that here. Okay, we don't have it here, and we are going to add that from this part. Okay, this is that file, VMDK file. Okay, hit open, and you see that it is added here. Choose it and create. So now the Metasploitable is created. Hit start to start this machine, and wait for a while, so it will start. Okay, grab loading. I think it is going to take some time, okay, to start until the system is up. Okay, come on. If it is going to take some time, I have to pause the video. If not, so we will let it go. Okay, I'll pause the video and I will see when it is into the final part. Okay, so it is here now. Metasploitable login. So in here you need to use the password and username to log in. First we have a username for Metasploitable. Okay, it is MSF. Okay, it is MSF admin. Hit enter. In password it will not show the password for security reason. The password is also MSF admin. Just hit that. Okay, MSF admin and then hit enter. Now I am logged in. Okay, now if I use ls, you see that I have something called vulnerable here. Okay, and if I use who am I, MSF admin. Okay, if I go to this folder and then use ls, you see that MySQL SSL, Samba, and TikiWiki, something like this. These are the tools and the things that is here. So, and now I am here. If I use exit, I am going to log out. Again, I need to use MSF admin to log in. MSF admin. And you see that I am now logged in. So it is how you can install Metasploit into your virtual machine, how you can download it and then install it. So we will learn how to use a lot of tools that we are going to create on using it on vulnerable system, and we are going to use it here. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next lecture. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to install Metasploitable in VirtualBox 7. You may ask, what is a Metasploitable? It is a Linux machine, okay, that is very vulnerable, and we can use it to learn hacking, and we are going to use it to learn penetration testing, hacking, and a lot of stuff. Okay, so first let's search for Metasploitable, and there is a website, so we open that. You see we have Metasploitable here, and if I hit this download, you see that it is about 865 megabytes and it's a zip file. When you download this, okay, and then extract this, you will be having some kind of file. The next option or the next part is to open your virtual machine or VirtualBox, and let's create this. I'm going to name this Metasploitable, and then I'm not going to select any ISO image right now. Then it is going to be a Linux machine, and let's hit next. So the base memory is going to be about 1 gigabyte. Okay, CPU, that is okay, and hit next. So I'm going to use an existing virtual hard disk, okay, hard disk file. So from here I am coming to add this. Okay, so let's add it, and from document I put that right here, Metasploitable, and that is here. Okay, Metasploitable VKM DK. So I hit open and then choose. Okay, create a virtual hard disk. It's about 20 gigabytes. That is okay, sorry, not that one, but this one. You see it is normal size, it is 8 gigabytes, and then hit next. So you see everything looks good now, and then hit finish. So you see we have the Metasploitable right here. If you want, you can go to setting and then go to network, and from here you can select the NAT network and then the name that is displayed here, and then select it. So then hit start. Wait for a while, so it will start loading, and when it is completely loaded, you will be having the server running in your computer, and then you can use this server from all other machine like Windows 10, Windows 7, or Kali Linux, and you can use it. Okay, we need to wait for a while so it is loaded completely, and we need to use a username and a password to log into this. Okay, perfect. You see that it is telling login with MSF admin and MSF admin to get started. Okay, MSF admin, and also the password is also MSF admin, and hit enter. So as you see right now we have logged in, and you see we have this one, and you see we are into this same location. You see we have all these tools and things that we could use them. Okay, if I want to see my IP, so I use fconfig, just the same as other one. You see that it has a ETH0, and also it has an IP 10.026 this time, but it could be changed. Okay, in any time it could be changed, and we can use this a lot in our lectures and in our system. So that is running now, and you know now how to install Metasploitable in your system. Now I'm going to tell you something about one of the most important thing about using VirtualBox, and that is creating snapshots. So what is this snapshot thing? Okay, so if we came to these, and here you see we have something called snapshot. So from here we can take a snapshot. Okay, so this snapshot is for the time when you, for example, update your system. Okay, and you install a lot of program into your system is working perfect, and you take a snapshot. That means you take a copy of the whole thing and put it in a place. Okay, and you're using your current system, so you use it and again use it, and one day something happens and you break your kernel, and after that it doesn't work. Okay, your system, something happened to your system and you can't use it anymore. So what you need to do is to move back to your previous snapshot that you just took. Okay, so if you will be able to use that, okay, that means move back and use it again. So now your system that is broken, you just put it away and go back, use it, the snapshot that you took. Okay, that means the one that you took a copy of. Actually it is not about taking a copy or like taking copy, it is just the same. Okay, I'm explaining this like this so you can understand this. As I explained this while I was installing this Kali Linux in here. So you saw that when I installed this, I had something in my desktop, some folders and files, and also a lot of things. Okay, when you first install the Kali Linux, you don't have it, but I myself, I had a snapshot of my Kali Linux and I used it. Okay, so now when you took a snapshot and you can move it to another computer, for example to your friend's computer, and then you can use it there as well. That is one of the goodness of this snapshot. Okay, so taking a snapshot is very easy. For example, I'm going to take a snapshot of this Metasploit, and we came to here, we have snapshots. So from this current state I want to just take a snapshot, so I hit the tick, and then I'm going to name this, okay, snapshot level 1, and here you can add some details. That is all you want. Okay, not just like these details, if more details description you want, okay, you can add it and then hit take this snapshot. So it will come, and you see that the level 1 is ready now. So later on, if you want it, you can take another snapshot okay, and you can save it as level 2 or level 3, and whenever you want to came back to level 1, so you just can come here and then start it. You can restore it, okay, restore it to this. And let me come right here. So my Kali Linux is kind of working very slowly because I give a very small memory size, I think, to this. So no problem. Now you know how to take a snapshot, how to use it, okay. So right now you see I have the level 1, okay. Just imagine something happens to my, I'm using the current state, okay, something happens to this, and I'm going to take another snapshot of this current state, and it's going to be snapshot of level 2. So and now you see that we have these 2 snapshots here, okay, and this is the current state. This current state, that is the one I'm using right now, okay. I use it and I install some program, I do a lot of things, something happens, and this snapshot, it breaks, okay. My current state, it breaks, and after that it doesn't work. So I want to move back to level 2 or level 1, okay. I want to go back to level 1, so I select it and hit the restore button. So after that I will be able to use the level 1, okay. So now my current state is level 1, or I want to use it here, level 2. So I move to level 2. Now my snapshot is in level 2 and my current state is level 2. So it is how you can move, okay, back and forward, and you can use from operating system that you have, okay. It could be done with all the operating system, okay, Windows 7, Windows 10, Kali Linux, Metasploit, and all other, okay. So let me just, okay, let's see. In here I'm going to show you, okay, this is the operating system that I just installed, and I have nothing written inside this myself just now, okay, and I am using its snapshot. That means I already in other computer I did something to this, okay. For example, I created folder, I teach a lot of stuff inside this, and then I took snapshots, and it's like taking a backup, okay. I took a backup of this system and now I'm using it in this computer. So easy and helpful, okay. Let me show you something here. I had something, I think, into my desktop, and as you see it is working very heavily. Come on. Okay, now you see that I have, for example, this, I have WoMic. These are all the program that is installed into this program, into this Kali Linux operating system. That is because I took a snapshot, okay. I did not install anything here in this computer. So now you know how to use a snapshot, okay. If you want me to show you practically how does it work, just imagine right now I am going to take a snapshot of this, okay. Snapshot 1, okay. Let's see, it's gonna take some time, and then after that I want to delete this program. For example, this WoMic, that is a program, a Windows program actually. If you want, I can show you how to install a Windows program into Kali Linux by using Wine, okay, very easy. I'm going to delete this 2 thing, and then I'm going to move back to the other one, okay, to snapshot 1. Let's see, so the snapshot 1 is created. Now I want to do something with create another snapshot, okay, that this time it's going to be snapshot 2, and then this snapshot 1 is saved here, okay. Now I want to delete the snapshot, I want to do something bad with snapshot 2, okay. So let's delete this one and also this two program. Now this two is not in here. Okay, so now I can do that snapshot one and then I can restore it. Okay, but first I need to power off this one. Not really. And if the snapshot 2 was the current state, now I can change it to snapshot 1. Okay, what happened? So restore snapshot 3. Okay, while you're restoring this, you can rename it, okay, if you want. So now it is 100% restored. Now if I want, I can just do the start, and when it is start, you will see that all those programs that I deleted, now those are back here. Okay, now let's take an overview to Kali Linux 2023. So let's start from here. Okay, this is the first part. Okay, when I hit this thing in the left corner, app left corner, you see that it shows me the workspaces. Here is one of these workspaces, and here another one. This is very important when you're trying to use or open a lot of program and your desktop is kind of messy and you want to move to another workspace. It is very easy. Okay, you can scroll your middle mouse to move through them. Okay, so here just imagine I open this terminal and I do some kind of stuff here, and then I move back to the here. Right now I don't have that open. Okay, and I open something else here, and then I move back to here. So it is one of the goodness of having workspaces. In older version it was kind of different. Okay, we had here, I think, or maybe in here, it is kind of different. Now it is more different than that. So also we have application. So in Favorite are those that's added into your Favorite. For example, I'm using a lot of the time from terminal, so this is in here, and also the file, text editor, Firefox. Sometimes I'm using Metasploit framework, Wireshark, Warpsoid, Cherry Tree. These are added into your Favorite. So these are the programs that is in the Favorite. And also this from number 1 to number 14, actually this is the whole blueprint of complete ethical hacking. So the first thing you need to do, or the first thing we are going to do, or a hacker is going to do, he or she is going to start gathering information. So if you want to gather information, you can use this program like Nmap, which is very famous. A lot of people is using that. Multigo, all this stuff. Okay, people are using it for gathering information. So after you gather your information, now it is time for vulnerability analysis. So for that, for vulnerability analysis, again we can use this program, or for web application analysis, these programs. Okay, for database, password, wireless Wi-Fi T or Wi-Fi River, iCrackNG, and also these three I use them a lot. Okay, I never used these three, but I used iCrackNG, River, Wi-Fi T, and one more, there was Cracker, Firm Wi-Fi Cracker. I don't know if I used this or not. Okay, by the way, also we have reverse engineering, we have exploit tools, a lot of program, okay, that people use it a lot. Okay, and also about Chrome app, maybe you don't have it. If you have it, that is okay. These are the programs that I usually use it with Chrome app. You may not have the Chrome install, you may use Firefox. For me it is added here because I use Chrome Chrome. Okay, sometimes I install the Chrome into Kali Linux, so I use it sometimes. And also usual app, you don't have it, maybe actually I don't have it, and maybe you don't have it too. But about Wine, this Wine is a program that makes that enable Kali Linux or Linux distribution to install Windows application. So here I installed the Wine in my Linux system, and now I can use these programs. You see, I installed Bandicam driver, Womic, and also this program. If you want to uninstall it, you can easily come and uninstall that from here. And also you see we have Notepad++ here. If you go to Notepad++ website, you will see that there is no version for Linux distribution, but I installed that using Wine, and now I can use it here. Okay, it is very good text editor. A lot of people using it. Okay, see. Okay, so by the way, it was about application, and also we have places. This places is also like clicking into this file explorer or files. This place is also just like that. You can have access to home, document, download music and computer, and also browse network and a lot of things. When you come back here, from here you can enable the do not disturb, and also you have access to a calendar and some details. And this one is my video recorder. Okay, I use Kazam for this operating system, so this is that one. If I click this, you will see that something pop up in the left corner that I can pause the recording or I can finish it. And when I click here, we have more details and important details here. The first one is about charging. You see that it's not charging, and it has 35% charge. And this one very important. Okay, if I click on that, you will see that I can take a screenshot. So the first part, when I click that, you will see that I am selecting a part. Okay, and then I can take a snapshot or a screenshot, sorry. And also there is a screen. Okay, this will take the whole screen. And the other one is about window. Okay, let me take another, and now let me show you how to take a screenshot from only window. So now you see that it's selected automatically this terminal. Now I can take a screenshot. So you see we have this one, and we can move it around, we can use it very easy. Okay, and also sorry, okay, it is the one I took, okay, from the whole screen, and this is the other one that I selected. And this one, it will lock your computer. This one turn off and do a lot of things about your computer. This is about for microphone, okay, and this too. And from here I can use it to, I can enable it to use my computer microphone or the one that I'm using it externally. And also I can go to Windows sound setting, and here you see we have Wi-Fi's. Okay, I'm connected to ISP, and also you can see all the network from here. And I have Bluetooth, power mode, power saver on now. Okay, we can enable the night mode or the night light, and also I can enable the dark style. Sometimes it is very good while you're using it and it's not harming your eyes. You see it is right now white, okay, theme. And if I enable the dark style, you see that it is now dark. And also I can enable the airplane mode, so I will not be able to connect to any network. So, and from here you see we have some application here, which is the favorites. Okay, you can find that from here too. You see terminal, files, text editor, Cherry, and that is all in here. And when I click in this in here, you see I can find all and everything that is installed into my Kali Linux. I can find them here. That's also very good. And sometimes if you need to find something very complex and that is you're not able to find it, you can come here and search about that. For example, I am going to search about something like Bandicam. You see that is here, or about the dictionary, which was Babylon. Okay, see, we have the Babylon here. Good. We have done it all, I think so. It was about overview of Kali Linux 2023. And also, if you right click on this tab, you will see that we have a new folder. We can create new folder. We can select a lot of things from here. If there is something, we can arrange icons. Okay, we can arrange it by these steps. Okay, show desktop in files. It will open the desktop into a window like this. Okay, and also we have open a terminal. We can change the background. You see right now my background image is keyboard. Okay, you can change it from here, change background. Okay, and also I have desktop icon setting. From here you can add some changes into the desktop icon. And also we have display setting that you can do something with the display. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Finish recording. Bye bye. Hi, welcome back. Here in this Kali Linux, let's go first learn something about this Kali Linux. Okay, some command. Okay, that we are going to use through the course, and very common. These are very common that we are going to use it a lot. So you need to learn them. Okay, first I have to tell you that in Kali Linux we have two kind of user. Okay. Right now we have a normal user and we have a super user. A normal user is only able to read some of file, edit some of the file, but not all the files. That the super user is able to edit, delete, and do everything with the system. So right now I am a normal user. If I want to be a super user, in Windows we call it administrator. I use this command. Okay, sudo su and then hit enter. Right here maybe it will ask for password. If it asks, so you write Kali. Okay, that is the password for this Kali machine right now. And right now you see that I am root. That means I am the super user. Okay, if I want to exit, I use exit command. Now if I use clear, so it will clear that terminal. So there is another command we're going to use that is called pwd. Pwd is a command that shows the current directory, your location. Right now where you located, in which directory, it will show you that. So right now you see I am located in home, then Kali, and if I use pwd, so it show me this one. And there is another command called ls. ls stands for list, I think. Okay, and if you use it, it will list all directory that is located where you located. Okay, so in your location, and you can use at some other places. For example, you located in home directory and you want to see what is inside document. Again, you can use it very easy, like this ls home, and you see we are inside home, we have Kali. And if I use Kali and then for example desktop, okay, and hit enter, you see we have nothing on desktop right now. Okay, so it is how we can use ls. There is another command that is called cd. cd stands for change directory. Okay, for example, I'm trying to go to a document folder. Okay, so I use cd document and hit enter. ls, here is nothing. You see my location, it is document. If I use pwd, which is showing my location right now, current location, it is into document folder. If I go back, so I use cd and then 2 dot, okay, and now I am back where I was. There is one another command which is very important, that is called man. Okay, this man command will show you all information about other command that you want. For example, I want to use ls, that is here. I'm going to see all information about ls. I don't know how to use it, for example, so I use man ls, and then it will give me information that how can I use. You see here, we first use ls and then add an option here, and then name of the file or location of the file. You see, we can use a or all. It says do not ignore enter starting with a, author, b, flag size, c, we have f, g, g, h, si, and a lot of things here. We have l here, use a long listing format, okay? And okay, here's a lot of things that you can read if you need it, okay? And if you're somewhere, okay, about some command, so you can use it. So now I hit Q and then it quit that. So it was it, okay? And also another important information is how we can install something like some application into Kali Linux. We can use apt get, then install name of the application like Terminator. Terminator is not an application right now, okay? Now if I hit enter, it must install it, okay? But right now you see that it is telling me that permission denied. That is because I'm not the super user and I'm not allowed to install any application to Kali Linux, okay? So I have to be super user. How can I be super user? So I use sudo and then this command, or sudo su, hit enter. Now I use apt get install, for example, update or Terminator, or let's say apt get update. I want to update this, okay? So now it will start updating this, okay? So you need to have network connection while you're updating and while you're installing some application or something, anything, okay? So it was how you can use some basic command, okay? And if you're trying to follow the Linux course, it is not going to be a Linux course, okay? It is a Python course, so we are going to learn this simple steps, simple commands, because we need it, okay? And maybe in the future the full package for Linux, Kali Linux penetration testing with Kali Linux will come. I will record it, okay? And if not, so it's okay. Right now it is enough, and we will learn a lot of things through the course. And let's go for the next lecture. Now I'm going to show you how you can change your Kali Linux password, or Linux password at least. Before, in previous or in older version of Kali Linux, when you install it, you were the root user, okay? This was root color, and also sometimes it was root here or in here, Kali and then root, and you had the highest privilege to do any kind of thing. But now it is kind of different, okay? You are a guest user here or a simple user whenever you are trying to use it as root or as administrator. So you should use sudo su and then hit enter and then give the password, which is Kali, and now you are root and Kali, okay? So the default password nowadays for Kali Linux is Kali, the username and also the password. This both is Kali, but it is not very good to all the time use this Kali password because it is not safe, okay? If someone accesses your root account, and it can do a lot of things with your computer or with something that you're controlling. For example, you're controlling a server, or you're doing a lot of stuff with your root user, and a hacker who can access your Kali root user, so the person will be able to do a lot of bad stuff with your computer. So it is good to change the password for this, okay? So you need to use wd and then hit enter, and it is asking for a new password. So I type the password and it is not showing that in terminal, and then I hit enter. It is asking for retyping, so again I retype it, and then you see that it says password updated successfully. That means now the password is changed to something else. Okay, it's not Kali anymore. Now I can use it and others cannot use it. That is one of the goodness of having this Kali Linux. Okay, let's exit this. Now I'm a simple user, so use sudo su and then hit enter. Now I am root and again exit, simple user. And also if you want to run some command from this simple user, so you just use sudo, for example, apt update. Okay, I want to update this, so I use sudo apt update, so it will start updating my system. If I do not use the sudo here, and if I cancel it by using Control-C and then I use apt update and hit enter, it will tell me that permission denied because I'm not allowed to do this. So it is another goodness of Kali Linux. Without going to root user, you can use this sudo command, which is very magical command keyboard, and you can do this. Okay, very easy. A lot of things you can do with sudo, actually everything in your whole life. Okay, if you ask something from your friend and he or she rejected, just add sudo at the beginning. Okay, just kidding. So see you in the next lecture. Hi, welcome to ethical hacking course. So now in this course I am going to cover a lot of things about ethical hacking, but the first thing we need to know while we're starting ethical hacking is the network. So we must know what is a network and how it is working. Okay, so in here I have something that will help you find what is a network. Okay, so the first thing about a typical network, so in here you see we have the internet here. Okay, this is itself the public internet. This is the access point. What is an access point? You know what is an access point. That is something you're accessing your Wi-Fi from, or it is providing or bringing the IPs start from here. Okay, your IPs, and then you have your small network or private network here. As you see right now in here we have two clients, okay, or we have two computer in this network. One of them is this one, which is the hacker, its name is hacker. The other one is victim, and we have the access point. Okay, whenever the victim tries to access the resources, which is the internet, in for example it goes to browser and search for something, it is a request. Okay, this request goes to access point, and then from there it goes to resources, and when it get it, it come back to access point, and then the response come to victim. The same goes with hacker computer, but it is a typical network. Okay, you may not understand this very well, so because of that I need to show you another image. Just a moment, let me. Come on, why it is not opening that? Okay, it opened this, and let me show you. So this is a network. As you see here, we have the ISP, and this ISP looks it is going to be a public internet, okay, because it has a public IP address that is in here, okay. This is the router or that access point that I just talked about. In here you see we have a very big network, okay. As you see, it is wired, and this thing has a wire, that means it is wired network, okay. This desktop, this printer, this PlayStation desktop, and this two laptop and also the smartphone, they are using the Wi-Fi, okay. That means it is a wireless network too. So now here you can understand the network very well, okay. So what is a network now? It is many computer that is connected to a wireless adapter or a router or even an access point, and then it could be controlled from here, and then it could send and receive the request and responses of these all computers and also ISP or internet, okay. So it is called a network, very simple, okay. And there is a lot of thing you need to know about network, but in this course I think this is going to be enough about network. So we are going to create our own virtual lab in this course. While you're trying to do a lot of hacking stuff, you need to have a network, okay. It could be a physical network like this, that has some kind of printer, desktop, laptops, access, smartphones, access point, and a lot of things. Or if you don't have access to all these kind of things because they are very expensive, so you can create your virtual lab and you can use it, okay. So how can we create our virtual lab? In here we're going to just use VirtualBox, okay. So in Windows you know how to install it, and also in Linux it is very easy to install the VirtualBox or VMware, okay. So in here right now you see I have Kali Linux, Metasploit, and also Windows 10. So that means in my network I have 3 operating systems that I can run them, I can execute them, and I can use them each of these computers separately in this network. So it is how a network works, okay. And I will show you how to install Kali Linux and also Windows 10, and in its time the Metasploit, okay, how to install it, and also how to install the VirtualBox for Windows, how to install and how to download and install it, and all the stuff you need to know, okay. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Hi friends, welcome back. Now let's go and see what is a MAC address and how it is working and how we can change our MAC address. So the first thing about MAC address, the MAC address is standing for Media Access Control, okay. It is permanent, that means the person who is created it or the manufacturer who is assigned that MAC address, for example for this device, that is completely unique, okay, in the whole world, that is completely unique. It is a physical address and we cannot change it, okay, permanently, but temporary we can change it, okay. That we are going to change it in this lecture. And each of these devices that you see that is connected to a network, to this network, they all have MAC addresses. For example, this laptop, it has its own MAC address. This desktop, it has its own. The printer, everything you see here that is transferring the data, okay, for example sending some data from here to there in here, these all have MAC addresses. So, and each packet, okay, that is moving, for example, through this cable or through this thing from the air, each packet has a source MAC address and also a destination MAC address. That we can track those packets by using the destination MAC address and also the source MAC address. So if this desktop is sending something to this printer, so it has a destination MAC address of that packet that is sending this from this desktop, has a destination MAC address of this one, okay, and also a source MAC address, which is the MAC address of this desktop. So we can change it. First, why should we change it, and why it is so important to change it? Because it is completely unique. The only thing that is unique, okay, about all the devices is this physical address. If we change it, so we will be, anonymous, okay, no one can find us. And also it is used to bypass a filter, okay, bypass filtering. For example, here it is filtered in here in this access point, it is filtered to not to access MAC address of this device, okay, smartphone, and all others can access, but only this one it cannot access it. So if this device change its MAC address to something else, for example to this one, so it will be able to access the network to this access point, because now it doesn't have the MAC address that previously it had. So that is how MAC address work and in a network, okay. So let's go to here to see. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to use if config, hit enter, and in here you see we have three things. One of them is ETH0, okay, we have LAN 0, we have LO, and these are the interfaces, okay. So this is Ethernet interface, and this LAN 0 is Wi-Fi or wireless interface. So you see this ETH0 in here, you don't see any IP, but for this one you see we have ENIT, that means that is the IP, because by using Wi-Fi I am connected to a network. You see here that I am connected to ISP. That means I have this thing, okay, the IP, and this LAN 0 or ETH0 has some important data, important thing that you need to know. First one is init. It is the IP address that we are going to use it a lot. The next one is netmask broadcast, and the most important thing is ether, okay. What is that? That is the MAC address or the physical address that you see that here right now, okay. It is MAC address of this laptop right now, okay. So now if I change this, it will be changed into the memory, okay. If I restart it, restart my computer again, so you will see that it is going to be come back to its real MAC address. So how can we change this? First, while we're trying to change this MAC address, we need to disable the interface. Very easy. So again, I'm going to use if config, okay, LAN 0, and then name of, okay, LAN 0, which is name of the interface, and then use down. Hit enter, and if you have some kind of operation not permitted, that means you are not the super user, that means you're not the admin, you cannot do that. So you need to go to sudo su and then provide your password and then hit enter and then clear it, and now you can use it, okay. Ifconfig and then LAN 0 and then down. So now you don't have any error, that means the interface is now down. You see that it is not connected, okay. And now we can change our MAC address very easily, or the physical address. Again, use ifconfig LAN 0, and in here use HW, which is stand for hardware, and then ether. What is the ether? You know that it is the MAC address. So I'm going to change this to 0011 and 22 and 33 and 44 and also 55. And I think that's it. Now hit enter. I think it is going to be changed. Now, while you change it, if you want to use it, so you need to enable the LAN 0. So how can we enable it? Use ifconfig again. Ifconfig LAN 0 app, hit enter. Now it is changed to 001122334455, and again if I use ifconfig, hit enter, here you see that the MAC address got changed to 001122 and like this. So now whenever I try to access any access point that filtered my IP address, I will be able to access that, and whoever gets this MAC address and try to find me, they will not be able to find me, because if I restart my computer and this will be removed and my real MAC address will be assigned to this, the physical address. Okay, so that is it. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Let's talk about wireless mode. In wireless we have two kinds of mode. One of them is monitor mode, the other one is managed. So by default it is managed, and we need to change it to monitor. So while it is managed, it only captures the data or the packets that is directed to our PC or laptop. And when we change it to monitor, that means we are capturing all the packets and data from PCs or laptops that is in our range. Very easy. Okay, so how can we do that? How can we change this monitor mode? First we need to check which mode are we using. So we use IW config. So right now you see it is managed. That means by default it is managed. So we need to change it. Okay, and how can we change it? Very easy. First we need to disable the interface. So if config wlan 0 and use down to disable it, but first use sudo at the beginning. So now it is down. In here we can check for some process to kill them. So it is rmon check kill, and again you need to be as root. Okay, so there is no processes to be killed. So the next thing is to change the mode to monitor. So use IW config and then name of the interface, which is LAN 0, then the mode is going to be monitor. Okay, hit enter. So it is telling that set failed to device LAN 0 operation not permitted. Okay, that is because I'm not a super user, so I need to use sudo. Perfect. Now that you change the mode, again you need to enable the interface. So use sudo ifconfig app. Okay, hit enter. Now if you want to check it, again use IW config, hit enter. Perfect. Now you see that the mode is changed to monitor. Perfect. Good. And now you will be able to capture a lot of packets, and we can modify it. Later we will learn a lot of things about capturing data and about using this monitor. Okay, perfect. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Now that we enabled monitor mode in our system here, okay, now we are able to capture all the packets from Wi-Fi or from access point or from a phone, anything. Okay, so it is very easy to capture those packets by using a program called aerodamp ng. Okay, so that is easy. And right now, if I use just iw config, you see that I have 1, 2, and 3 interface here, and these 2 interface is not connected to anything, okay, and this one is in monitor mode. That means I can use this one now. So let's clear this and let's use irodump ng. I'm going to use sudo irodump ng and then name of my interface, which is LAN 0, okay. Now let's hit enter and see what is going to be happened, okay. Now right now you can see that we are capturing a lot of data, okay. This all thing you see here, each of them is a network, okay. So this ESSID is name of that network. You see Crush, you see Wi-Fi ID, and all of them, okay. Let me make it bigger than that, like this, okay. So right now you see we can capture, okay, we can capture a lot of data using this interface that we use, LAN 0, okay. So if you let it like this, it will be continue and searching, capturing data from all Wi-Fi around us. But I'm going to use Control C or hit Control C to stop this. And here I'm going to give you some information about this stuff you see here, okay. So let's start from here. What is BSSID? You know that BSSID is the MAC address. So for example, this one, okay, which is RIB. This Wi-Fi has this MAC address, okay. Now I can have this MAC address, I can use it, and I can do a lot of attack on this, okay, but I'm not going to do that. The next one is PWR. PWR is the power. So right now you see it is -87. So power for this is not very strong, is very weak, but this one, it is very powerful, or it is it has a very powerful signal. So PWR means power here, okay. The other one, which is beacons, it is the frame, okay, the frame that we are receiving. For example, from this website, from this network, we are receiving 5 frame right now, okay. We were receiving, but right now I stop it and we are not receiving anything, okay. That's the other one, which is the data. This is the number of data. For example, from this one we don't receive anything, and from this one we receive 37. That is the number of data. And also this one, number/is, it is packet captured in the last 10 seconds, okay. So we did not receive or captured anything from all others, but this one we captured in last 10 seconds 14 packet or frame maybe. The other one is CH. CH is channel, okay. This network is working on channel 11, and you see this one on 6, this one on 1, Mukafat, good name. The other one is MB, that is maximum speed of actually maximum speed, yes, maximum of the speed. And you see, let's find which one has the highest. I think this number is the largest, okay, 270. This is the speed of the network, okay. The other one is the encryption type, okay. You see a lot of them are using WPA2. This one is using WPA, and this one you see it is open. That means we don't need any
password to use it, okay, to log in or not log in, just connect to this Wi-Fi. And also we have the cipher here, or cipher. It is the cipher, okay, CMMP, WEP. This is two thing and three thing, I think, yeah, two of them, these two. And also we have the authentication here. The authentication, we have PSK, all PSK. And also we have the ESSID. ESSID is the name of that network. You see here, this one is Mahia, okay. Mahia is name of this network, and you see it has the power of 54, which is good, not really good, but that is enough to capture packets and hack the password, okay, or get the password. So this little thing was about how to capture this packet by using monitor mode of this interface. But about these three things, we are going to go through this a lot through this course, and you're going to learn more and more about them, okay. So this was it, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. So see you. In the previous lecture we discovered these to find out about all the network around us, and we had a lot of network, okay. Now I'm going to select one of them and start digging and start searching about this network to see how we capture data from one specific network, and for example start hacking that, start sniffing all the packets. So again, I am going to use the previous program that was called irodump-ng. So use sudo irodump-ng. Now this time, instead of using LAN 0, I'm going to use something else, okay. So this is the network I select, okay. So I'm going to copy the BSSID, which is the MAC address. So in here I am going to just specify that BSSID, and in here I am going to paste this MAC address. So now I have the MAC address right here. The next option is to use its channel, okay. So what is the channel for this one? You see the channel is CH, okay, means channel, and it is 11. So now use that, and the next option is to save all these packets, all the data that you're sniffing, into a file. So that means to write it into a file. In here I am going to just use write, and I'm going to give a name. Let's give name of this, okay, it's Mahia. So just give a name. So now all this packet that we are storing, that we are writing into a file, that file is going to be Mahia, okay. And then I need to give my interface name. So now let's hit enter and see what is going to be happened. So what password? Okay, right, sorry for right. What kind of right is that? Sorry for that. Now you see now that instead of having a lot of network here, this time I only got one network, and that is this one, okay. And you see the BSSID, that is that was just I show you, okay, that belongs to this one. You see the power, beacon, data, all and everything you see here, and the most important thing is the encryption, that is BWPA2, okay. And also in here we have another thing, okay, we have BSSID, station, power, rate, loss, frame, note, and props. In previous search that we were using, irodump-ng, we didn't had all this stuff, okay, but now these are new for you. Okay, these are all the devices that is connected to this network. Okay, so this one BSS ID is belongs to Mahia network. As you see, BSS ID for this one C0 that is the same, and these two, you see that these two are two new devices that is connected to this one, and it's the power for this, it's the rate or speed for that. Lost, okay, it didn't have any lost. Frame, we're receiving. Note, so we don't have any note. Probes are those devices that they're not still connected to Mahia and they're trying to be connected. So right now we don't have anything here. Okay, so I'm going to use Control C here. Now if I use ls, in here you see we have 4 or 5 new files here. Okay, okay, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 5 new file by the name of Mahia -01. Okay, be careful about this 01 because here you didn't add 01 while you were writing into this, but now it has, okay, automatically this PNG added that. So now we have a lot of data, a lot of packets that we captured, and now it is written into this file. Okay, .cap.csv, .kismet.netxml, and also csv and also csv. Okay, it is log.csv and kismet.csv. So one thing that we need to know, and that is the encryption. Okay, you see that it is encrypted. That means these are not in plain text. If I open this file now, you will see that these are encrypted and we cannot understand what is inside. We may see URL, we may see the password, username, a lot of things that we can see it if it is in plain text, but now because it is encrypted we are not able to see that. So in the previous sections and lectures, in next sections and lectures, we will be covering them, how to decrypt this data. But now let's go and see how to let's see what is inside them. Okay, I'm going to open Wireshark, that is here also. This Wireshark is a program that capture data while it is on, on the air. Okay, we can capture data and analyze them by using this Wireshark program. It is very famous, very good program. And now I'm going to just open one of them. Okay, let's open this .cap. And when I open this, you see that these all data that here, these are all encrypted. Okay, see, I can understand nothing from these all things. Here, see, we have the frames, the time, capture length, critical, all and everything is kind of encrypted. So we have one thing here, that is Samsung E. Okay, and we can understand one thing from this, that this program that has this MAC address E6, let me find that E6, that is here. Okay, now I can understand that this device is a Samsung device. See, this is a Samsung device, and C0, so it is this one. Okay, Mahia, and it is how all the data are encrypted here. Okay, so if you don't understand this, don't be worried. We will be talking about Wireshark, how to analyze this data that we receive, and all and everything from here. So this is the data. See, the data is completely encrypted, and we can understand nothing from this now. So it is how we can capture or sniff the packets from a specific network, and we can open it on a Wireshark program, and we can analyze it and search about this to see how to find some very useful information, but we didn't find that here. Okay, in the next lectures we will be talking about how to decrypt this data that is completely encrypted and get some very useful information like password of the Wi-Fi. There is another very useful attack that we need to do while we are using our attack against a Wi-Fi or a network. Okay, so that is called the authentication attack. That is very useful because we are pretending for router that we are a client that want to disconnect. Okay, and also for the client we are pretending to be as a router that I want to disconnect you. Okay, we are changing our MAC address for the client. Okay, we're changing our MAC address to MAC address of the router, and also for the router we are changing our MAC address to the client. We are telling the client that I want to disconnect you, and also we are telling the router that I want to be disconnected. So by using this very beautiful theory, we are going to manage this attack. Okay, and it is very useful to be used while we are disconnecting a client from router and then taking that handshake. That is very useful, or injecting something to the program, to the router. Okay, this is very good. And in here we are going to use another program that is called rplayng. So let's use that by using sudo rplayng. So this is name of this program. Okay, just like irodampng we are going to use, and also in here this one is going to be rplayng. Okay, rplayng. And the next option is deauth. Deauth means the authentication, and then I'm going to give a large number here because I want this to be for a while this client to be disconnected. Okay, and then we use -a. This -a means the target router. Okay, and before that I need to come right in here, and let's use sudo irodampng, and then I am going to use all those stuff. Okay, like PSSID, or before that let's come back right in here. I'm going to remove all this stuff because I want to use sudo irodampng. I want to use all this thing, okay, from here. And this time I don't want this to write anything into a file, just a simple attack. Okay, and in here I'm going to use that one. So sudo rplayng, and then the authentication. Okay, the authentication, then give a large number like this, and then -a. This -a is the target router. So what is the target router? First let's hit enter here to find the target router. So this is the router. Okay, or this one, both the same, no problem. I'm going to just copy this and paste it here. So right now I have this here, and the next option is -C. This is going to be the MAC address of the client. So we need to find a client for this router. You see we have two clients here. Okay, one of them is this one and the other one is this one, which was a Samsung, I think. Okay, now I can paste it here. Okay, and the last thing we need to add is name of our interface. Now everything looks good. Okay, we use sudo because we need to be the super user. We use airplay-ng means name of the program, then the authentication, that is the name of the attack. Okay, a large number to be disconnected this client from this router. So -A means there's router, and the C dash client. Okay, the client, this is name of the BSS ID of the client, and this one name of my interface. Now I'm going to hit enter and then provide my password, and it is start sending the authentication packets to this one. Okay, so right now this program is disconnected from this router, and right now it is not gonna be having any internet, okay, until I close this. Okay, so right now it's trying to be connected, and this one trying to be connected, and it is disconnect and then connect, disconnect, connect, like this. And in this situation, or in this area, I can do something. Okay, I can take the handshake, or I can inject something. Okay, this is one of the very see, the network is down now. That was very useful attack, this attack that we call it the authentication attack. It is very easy and very useful while doing it on a Wi-Fi network. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next section. So that's it. You may heard of fake authentication. This fake authentication is there is times that you're trying to hack through a system, through a network, and you see that users who are connected to that network, they are having no activities. For example, they are not watching videos, they are not going to YouTube, they are not going to on Facebook, so they are not generating any traffic. Okay, so while they are not generating traffic, we need to do it. Okay, because we need to capture some data. So while we need to capture some data, then we need to have some traffic, okay, to capture this data. And also we need those traffic to inject something, okay, some evil code or something like that. So the best option is fake authentication. Okay, and also right now if I use iwconfig, you see that it is in manage mode. So if I want to move it back to monitor mode, there is also another way so that we can use it. Okay, sudo irmon-ng and then start name of your interface. So now it is changed. See, monitor mode is enabled. Very good. And also it shows some of the processes that is here, that if you want you can kill them by using these process IDs. Now if I use iwconfig, you see that now my interface is in monitor mode. Okay, now let's use irodump-ng, and what happened? Okay, irodump-ng wlan 0, and also let me use it with sudo. Okay, right now you see that it start capturing all the packets around me. So let's use Control C here. Now I have this little data here, okay, that I can use it. For example, my network is this one, and you see that we have everything we need. So the first thing, I need to copy the MAC address or BSSID of this. Okay, so now let's use sudo irodump ng. In here I am going to use BSSID, and then BSSID that just copy it from here, and then name of number of the channel is 11. And also, if you want to store it or save it into a file, okay, in some places you can add this write option. I'm going to name it m_test, okay, and then the LAN 0, which is my interface name. Okay, now if I hit enter, you will see that it start capturing a lot of data. See, that is because this is the data that I'm capturing, because these two persons are having some kind of activity. Because of that, I'm receiving this data. But there are times that you don't receive it while you're not receiving this data. You need to use fake authentication. So in here I'm going to show you how to use fake authentication. Okay, let's use sudo, and then it is called airplay. Okay, airplay ng, and then -- fake authentication, and then a number here. So for example, if you give 6,000 here, that means you will re-authenticate, or you will reconnect in each 6 seconds. If you give 0, that means in each second you are going to be re-authenticated. So okay, you're trying to be connected and then disconnect, connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect. So this will help you to generate traffic. Okay, the next one is -a, and this -a is the target of MAC address target. So you see we have already that here, C0, which is here. You see C0, that is the BSSID of Mahia network. The next one is -h. This is going to be my MAC address. Okay, I have that in here. I already save it into Notepad++. So now I can go back here, and then I can paste it. So you may ask, why didn't you use ifconfig to find it? Let's see if I can use it or not. Now you see that it is not going to show me the MAC address because my interface is in monitor mode. And also if I just use a IP EDDR, you see that it is something like this, that I don't know which one is my real MAC address. Okay, so I already, before doing all those stuff, I got my MAC address here. Now let's see if it is going to work or not. Okay, so the last thing is LAN 0, which is my interface. Now hit enter, then provide the password, and you see that the interface MAC address, this one doesn't match the specific MAC address of this one. Okay, 925. Let's use this one once again, and this time it is going to work. It must work actually. So now you see that we have sent it, and as you see we got about 5,000 data here, which is a lot. Okay, and this fake authentication, we can use it in a lot of time. Okay, association successfully. See, the data is growing very fast. Okay, and also let's see am I added to this network or not? As you see, we have this one, okay, which was my MAC address of, let me show you that is here, okay, for EN95. 4EN95 is added here, and also this one is added also here. Now we are authenticated here, okay. The frame we are receiving is not too much, okay, it's 22, and also this is the other one. So now we are authenticated. So that is one of the good points, okay. And we can use this data that we received it, and we can crack it. So one of the best thing is fake authentication, okay. So in here I authenticated two things, okay, two MAC address. One of them was this one, okay, BF, which is this one. Maybe this is my MAC address, okay, this one. And also I authenticated the other one, which was this one, okay, BF, this one. Now that means these both are authenticated to this network, see, added here. And now if I add something else, so it will be also authenticated, so that will be added here and generate some kind of traffic, and good, okay. So thanks for watching, and I will see you. Okay, now I'm going to show you one of the best program that most of the people are using to crack Wi-Fi around them, around the router, and that is let me show you wireless. That is at the river, okay. That is here we have this river only work with routers or with Wi-Fi's that has WPS enabled. What does that mean? That means that we can use, okay, this river to to connect to a Wi-Fi without the password, without knowing the password, by using 8-digit pin. So this 8-digit pin is not very long, so by using this river we can guess this it number, okay, its digits, and we can find it, and then we can authenticate, and then we can connect to this Wi-Fi or something like that. So first, how do we know that if a router has this WPS enabled? So it is very easy. We just use sudo wash interface and the name of your interface, and then hit enter, and this will show you all the interfaces, sorry, all the networks that has this WPS enabled. But for me there is nothing, no problem. I can test this on Wi-Fi that is not enabled its WPS, but for you if it is, so you can use it on them. If not, there is a lot of other ways that we are going to use it, okay. So let's use Control-C here, and first I'm going to see if my thing is on monitor mode or not. Of course it is not on monitor mode, so I need to put it on monitor mode. So how can I do that? Very easy. First, if config LAN down, sudo, and the next thing is to iw config, okay, again not permitted, okay. Now nothing happened. Now if config, make it app, again not the super user, this time error with spelling. So good. Now I have, okay, now if I use iw config, you see now it is in monitor mode, okay. So now I can use this river, okay, but before that, as you see here, we need to have something like, the first one is the BSS ID. We need to have our BSS ID, the target BSS ID and also this one, which is the LAN 0. We have it. Okay, so let's first use irodump ng, then hit enter. So now I'm going to select one of this, okay, to do the test on, and I'm going to select this Mahia, which is using WPA2, okay, and actually all of them are using WPA2 except those are that's opened, okay, but you know it is going to work on both WPA2 and also the WPA, both of them, no problem, and it's going to work. So here we are going to use the river, so let's use sudo river and then dash BSS ID, and let's copy the BSS ID of Mahia network that is here. Okay, let's use copy and then just paste it here. So the next thing is to use the channel. So channel, it's on channel 11, good. And the next thing is the interface we are going to add. So interface is LAN 0, and if you add this VVV at the end, it will tell you what happens if there is some kind of error or something like that. So it is going to tell you. And also we need to go with fake authentication as well. So right now if I hit enter, so it will start working, okay, but before that I'm going to go with fake authentication using AirPlay and NG or D authentication, so we could tell this that do not close this authentication. So here I'm going to use sudo AirPlay NG and this one. I'm going to see if it is going to work or not. Maybe it is going to work, but there is a lot of way that we can do that as well. And here now I'm going to hit enter, just see. So right now you see that it is started, okay, sending the packets. Let me show you some very useful information here, which is the pin, okay. See pin hexadecimal length, its length is 8 number. That is this one, so it starts with this number. This is the first number that is start testing this. So while it found that, so it will show it to you the WPS. Let's see if it is telling me that WPS is enabled in this or not. Maybe not. Okay, it's not showing that for me, but no problem. Okay, so right now you see that it is start checking everything. Okay, so when it is found, it will give you the key and then you can use it to connect to the network. Okay, for me, I'm not going to let this go far away from this. So, and this is one of the way that we can use the river. Okay, and there is a lot of more program. Let me show you that too. What is attack? We have this one, which is Wi-Fi T, and also we have Firecrack NG, we have river, we have all this stuff that I'm going to show you into the next lecture. So it is how we are going to start digging, start capturing data and start hacking through WPA and WPA2, but we are not going to start hacking WEP because that is the older version. No one is using nowadays the older version. Okay, so and that is it. Okay, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next lecture. So good luck. In this lecture I am going to show you how to capture the handshake. Okay, and in the next lecture I will show you how to use this handshake to crack the password or get the password of this Wi-Fi. So the first thing we need to do is to use sudo irodump ng and then start this, okay, to get information of all Wi-Fi's. The Wi-Fi I need is right here. Now I'm going to use Control C here. This is the net, okay. You see it is using WPA2, and this is the MAC address of this Wi-Fi, and I'm trying to hack this, capture the handshake from this Wi-Fi. Okay, it's also my Wi-Fi, no problem. Okay, no one gonna ask me why, because it's my own lab. Okay, so now the thing I want to do is to start the irodump. Okay, so let's use irodump again, but with sudo. Okay, sudo irodump, and in here let's use the BSSID. Okay, and the BSSID is right in here. I'm going to just copy it and then paste it here. So now I have the BSSID. The next thing I need is the channel number. What is the channel number? That is number 1, I think. Okay, so good. Now I have the channel number, I have the BSSID, and the next thing is to save it or store it into a file. So we use write, okay, you know, because we use it a lot of time. It's a multiple time we use this kind of thing, okay, in here. Now I'm going to name this handshake, okay, and then name of your interface. Now hit enter, and right now you need to just wait here until you capture the handshake. Okay, you wait here, you stay here for a long time until someone connect to this Wi-Fi, and then you capture the handshake. It is one of the way you can do, or we just learn about the authentication, okay, to de-authenticate someone and then connect someone back, and then we will be able to capture the handshake. That is another way that we are going to do that here now. Okay, so let's use sudo airplay ng and then deauth. Now in here I am going to give a small number, like at least 4, because I want this to send at least 4, you know, for request, and then that would be enough to capture the handshake. The next one is to add the A. This A is the target MAC address. So what is the target MAC address? This is the target MAC address. Come on. Okay, I copy that and then paste it here, and then I want to add the client MAC address here. So what is the client MAC address? You see we have station here. Okay, now I am going to use this MAC address, okay, because it is one client that is connected to this network. Okay, I'm going to paste it here, and the last thing we need is the LAN 0. What is this? This is the interface. Okay, now I'm going to hit enter and then give my password and then wait in here until it, you know, capture the handshake. So you see we haven't captured any handshake yet. Let's re-execute this and see if we are able to capture any handshake. No handshake again. Let's increase this one at least to 400. Okay, this time it is going to, I'm sure it is going to capture the handshake, and while it captured the handshake, it will show me that in here. Okay, come on, see we are losing this. Lost is a lot of time, you know, a lot of packets, or not time, And okay, you see we have the handshake right here now. That means we captured the handshake. Now I can just use Control C here to close this, and then from here I use Control C that here now. Now you see that we captured the handshake. Okay, now it is time to have a word list. Okay, list of all the words, and then use that word list to compare the thing we have in handshake and inside that word list. If those two are the same, then we will be having the password. Okay, so I will show you that in the next lecture. Okay, so see you. Okay, there is time that we need to have a word list, okay, to crack. We captured the data, we captured the handshake. Actually, this handshake is not going to contain the password, okay, it's only checking if the password that is in the word list is like the password which is in the system or not. The handshake itself is not going to have the password, okay. And there is time that you need a word list. We capture the data and we save it or store it into a file, and we need a word list of all the passwords that we needed to compare it with this thing that we stored it into the file, and then we want to crack it. Okay, so for this we have something called crunch. Okay, this crunch is going to help us a lot. I think I have seen it somewhere in here. The crunch, it was about wireless attack, nope, password attack. Okay, that is here, the crunch. When we hit the crunch, it gives me that it is the version of 3.6, and if I use man, then crunch, and in here you see that it gives me a lot of information to how to use it. Okay, dash b, this number type, dash c, dash d, e, f, and one of the good things is about p character or p word, that this means that I don't want to have repeated character. For example, I want 6 characters, so I don't want all these 6 characters to be a. So when you use this one, it will ignore the repeated. So we have a lot of information, and it is very good to come in here and start using it. Okay, and also let me use Kio to quit that. Okay, let's close this, and in here I have a better example of that. Okay, so you see we have crunch, and we use the crunch, and then we give minimum character. For example, I give number 6 here, so the minimum character of this password that is going to generate is 6. Okay, and the length of that, the maximum length is going to be here. Okay, after minimum we add the maximum character, maximum length, and then all the character that you want to contain. For example, a, b, c, d, 1, 2, 3, and also some special character, alphabet, capital, small, all, and everything you want, you add it here. And there is dash t. So this dash t is optional, and it is a pattern. Okay, how it is like this, that you see someone typing their password, and you know the length of it, and you know the first one and the last one, or you know the first one and the middle one. So you add that pattern here, and it will find, or it will generate something like that. Okay, that is very good. And also we add dash o and then file name, so we will store these all password into a file. That is it. So here is simple and a small example of it. Okay, we use crunch, and then the minimum or the small, okay, the minimum length is going to be 6 character, the maximum is going to be 8 character, and the alphabet or the character I want is 1, 2, 3. This is AB, and also I want this to be stored in a file named c_test. Okay, very easy. Now again, let me come back to my CMD, and in here I am going to put it in a real scenario to see what is going to happen. Okay, So I want to use crunch, and then I want this to be the minimum of 6 characters, the maximum of 8 characters, and then I want the all character is going to be 1 2, and then A is W, all big, and also I want this to be in my password. The next one is to have this T, so I don't have a pattern. Okay, so that's optional, I don't want to use it. And then we use -o. This time is going to be file.txt or word list. Okay, you can name it word list. I'm going to name it file.txt. So it will store this whole thing into a file named file.txt. Let's hit enter, and right now it starts generating, and you need to just wait for a while. You see it is 100% completed, and it's about 56 megabyte, and it's about this much, okay, number of it. Now if I use cat and then use file.txt and hit enter, you see that it start opening all this stuff. Okay, so let me use Control C here. You see this is the all password that I just wanted. So it has a lot of password that I don't want this to be in here now. Now let's go with another thing, that was the pattern. Okay, just imagine I have a pattern too. So this time it's going to go with -t, and the pattern is going to be, for example, I saw that the person has at least 6 character. Okay, minimum and maximum is 6 character, and it has its password is only number. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 0. And also I have the pattern, and this pattern is for example, the first number is 5. I have seen that that was 5, and then 2 3 4 5, and the last one is 1, for example. Okay, and I want this to store it into a file 1.txt. Now let me hit enter and just wait a moment. You see that it is completed. I'm going to use file 1.txt and then hit enter. You see that all the password that is generated start with 5 and end with 1, all of it. Okay, you know, it is not few, it is really big, not really big, but it's enough. Okay, so it is this one. Let me scroll it up. Okay, it's big. Come on, let me find it. Okay, I cannot find the beginning. So by the way, this is it. Okay, so you have seen it, how to use this crunch. I suggest you take some time and play with this and work with this and to create something very useful. Okay, to be added into your word list. Create a word list and use it. Okay, for example, start checking with your own password. So how you just for example, your girlfriend name is the password, and her name start with T, for example, so you know the first letter is going to be T, and also that is a pattern. Okay, you know the length. If you don't know, no problem, you can add it. Okay, at least 2 or up to 7 or 9. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you. Previously I showed you how to create your word list using a crunch. Okay, and I used this simple thing to create my own word list here, and also I showed you how to capture the handshake. You see I have the handshake here. The thing I need now is handshake.cap. Okay, this is the file that had the handshake, and also the file.txt, which is my word list. Now I'm trying to crack the password of the Wi-Fi. Okay, so here I'm going to use aircrack-ng. Okay, this is the program that we are going to use it to capture the to crack the password. Okay, and also then the handshake.cap, and after this we need to give the word list. So we use -w, and then the word list is file 1.txt. After that, hit enter and then wait for a while. You see, okay, finally it just found it, and this is the key. Start with 5 and ends with 1. This is it, okay. And the length of this is more than 6 characters because I just added this password into the file.txt, okay. That is no problem. And the speed of cracking these depends on your CPU or GPU, your supercomputer or your laptop or anything you have, okay. And also the password list, okay, how much the password list is big or that is smaller. So if that is very very big, then it's gonna take a lot of time until it found it, okay. If it didn't, so it will tell you that I couldn't found it and it will show you nothing. But now right now you see I have the password here, okay. So I'm going to just copy this now, and if I came here, I think right now you see I don't see the networks here, so I need to enable my dump or irmon ng stop LAN 0, hit enter. Okay, now monitor mode is disabled. Let's see if I can find now the password, the Wi-Fi's or not, all the networks. Okay, still not able to find it. Let me turn off and then turn on the Wi-Fi again. Let's see if it is possible to find it now this time. Okay, what was the Wi-Fi name? Okay, it was net, I think. And let's see if we are able to find that. Okay, that is here. Now you see it has a password. We need to add that password here. What was the password? Let's see. Okay, it is paste, and if we have any extra spaces we need to remove it. Okay, and now let's hit connect, and right in here just wait a moment. So that is it. Now you can see that it is connected, and now I can use from the internet that it has. Okay, so it is how you can crack the password from a handshake file. Okay, now let's see if it has internet or not. For example, I'm going to search just for picture. Yeah, it has internet and it's working very fast. Okay, yeah. In this video, I am going to show you how to discover all the devices that is connected in your network. So first open your VirtualBox, and then in here we need to go to okay, first you see I have 4 devices or 4 systems installed in my VirtualBox or virtual machine. So Windows 10, Kali Linux, Metasploitable, and also Windows 7. So now in here I am going to execute or run Kali Linux 2023, and I'm going to use this as hacker machine to discover all the devices that is connected to Kali Linux. Okay, so let's start Kali Linux here, but before we start that we need to go to setting, and in here then go to network, and in attached to we need to select the NAT network. Okay, if you selected something else, then you need to select NAT network, and then in here you need to have a name by the name of NAT network or something else, anything, no problem, and then hit OK. The same thing goes with other machines. Okay, with all the other machines, and I have to go to network again, select NAT network, and then the name that is displayed here we select it. And what if there is no name displayed? Okay, if no name displayed, we need to go to files, Actually, in VirtualBox 7, it's like this, that we need to go to files and then tools. From here we need to go to network manager, and here we need to go NAT network and then hit the create button from here. So you will be having the name of network here displayed, okay, and you can change the name from here and also the IPs all and everything, okay. So let's execute or start this two machine. So first I'm going to start the Kali Linux, and then I am going to run Windows 10. So when this both machine is ready, I will be back and I will show you how to discover using all the devices, okay, from Kali Linux. Now you see my Kali Linux is ready, so I type the username and also the password and then hit OK. And also in the right side you see that Windows is also ready, okay. Let's type the password for Windows and then hit enter. So this Windows will be ready to use it. And in here in Kali Linux, let me show you something, okay. So it's not yet ready, so looks like we type incorrect password. Okay, looks like Kali Linux is ready now, and also the shell or terminal is opened, two of them, so I need to close one of them. I just need one. Okay, all the time when you start the Kali Linux the first time, it is going to take a bit time to until it's ready. So in here let's use ifconfig and hit enter. Here you see we have ETH0, but as you see I don't have LAN 0 here because my USB adapter is not connected. So here the most important thing is the IP address and also the MAC address, okay. So because it is connected to a network, it has an IP and also it has a MAC address. And you see we have this range, okay, 10024, and it is going to be discovered, okay. We will discover all the client that is connected to this network. That means all the devices that has the same range of IP, those are connected to my network, and I can discover them here. Let's go to Windows machine, and here let's type CMD, okay. Looks like it is not yet ready. CMD and hit enter. So when the terminal is opened, as you see we write ifconfig in Kali Linux, but in Windows we are going to write ipconfig and hit enter. So this ipconfig is going to show you the MAC address and also not the MAC address, okay, the IP address, subnet mask, and also the default gateway, which is the router IP. You see that here. And you see we have 10.02.15 and also 10.02.4. That means these both are in the same range and these two are connected in the same network. So here just imagine I don't know the IP address for Windows and I want to discover all the client that is connected to my network. So the program that I'm going to use in here is called net discover. So let's use that, sudo net discover, and after this we need to use -i, means to identify the interface. So the interface ETH0, as you see that right here, and then we need to use -r, means range of IPs. So the range of IP is 10.02, and as you see the IP for this machine is 4, so I'm not going to use 4, and I'm going to use subnet here, and that is 10.02.0/24. That means I'm going to scan the whole network from 0 to up to 255 until it is finished, and discover all the client that has these IPs. Okay, now if I hit enter and just give the password for this, so right now it starts discovering all the machines. As you see that here we have IPs and also MAC address of 4 machines here. Actually, if you see the MAC address, we have 3 MAC address here. Okay, one MAC address, 2, and this one 3, and these 2, I think these 2 are duplicated. That means those 2 are the same. So the most important is this one. Okay, 10.02.15, that is the Windows 10. Now I got the information I wanted. Okay, that is the IP address and also the MAC address of this machine. And you can do this in your network if you're connected in a wired network or in a wireless network, no problem, and you can do this all the time. And also when we move on and start learning about Python, I will teach you how to write your own tools to discover all the client that is connected to network using Python programming. And also there is other tools that we can use besides this net discover, like Nmap, Zenmap, and all others that I will cover them in the future. Previously we covered the net discover. Now I'm going to show you how to use Nmap to do the same work. Okay, but here this Nmap is going to discover a lot more details and more information than net discover. So here first we're going to see how we can install the Zenmap, which is the graphical user interface of Nmap. In older version of Kali Linux, the Zenmap come with operating system. When you install the Kali Linux, it has the Zenmap, but not the Nmap. Okay, the Zenmap. But now in new version 2023, you don't have it. I think in my system I couldn't find it, so it was necessary for me to install it. So search for Zenmap or Nmap. Go to its official website, that is here nmap.org, and from here you see we have the Zenmap GUI, graphical user interface of Zenmap, so of Nmap. And from here we come to download, and here choose your operating system. It is my operating system is Linux right now, Kali Linux. Okay, so I click on that, and from here you can download any one that you want. Okay, so we need the Zenmap. Okay, I want to download this one, but I already downloaded. Okay, and as you see, it is the extension is RPM. That means you don't know how to install an RPM. Maybe you don't know. If you know, so that is good, you can install it. If you don't, so you need to do something. Okay, and also it gives me some kind of commands here that we can use it to install RPM. The first thing, while we copy this and paste it in our terminal, so we need to install the RPM itself. That means in here we need to use sudo and then apt install RPM. Hit enter and then give the password, so it will start downloading this RPM and install it into your system. Okay, after that you can use each of this command to install it. If you able to install this, so good. If you're not able, so I will show you how to install this in another way. Okay, first we download this. If I click here, so it will start downloading the Zenmap file that is here. So I already had that, and again I download it. Okay, so I'm going to remove one of them, which is this one. And as you see, we have RPM here. We don't know how to install the RPM file. Actually, I don't know. You may know, but I don't know. I want to do something to change this .rpm file into .deb file and then install it. By using the package, I can install very easy this kind of file. But this file, it is new for me and I don't know how to install this. So I'm going to go to Google and search how to install .rpm file in Kali Linux, and then hit enter. So as you see here, we have this super user here, and looks like someone have some kind of solution here. Okay, this one accepted, and also it is giving me very good details and information. You see, it is telling that if you want to install the .rpm file, you need to first install the aliens. Okay, so very good. I can copy this whole thing from here, and then I can paste this. Okay, it looks like I already had that RPM, and then I can paste this here and then hit enter. So it will start installing, and as you see, I already have that. The next thing we need to do is use this command. What is this command? This is aliens. Okay, alien. This alien is responsible to change this RPM file .to.deb file. So I'm going to just copy this and then modify it. Okay, so copy, and then so here let me clear the screen and go to download ls. So you see here we have the zenmap.rpm, and here let's paste this command. Okay, we have the sudo alien, and now just give the name of that file. So that was zenmap. Okay, actually I'm going to remove, because I have one .deb file. I'm going to remove this one and generate a new file in here. Okay, so you see we have zenmap.rpm. Now I'm going to just hit enter and wait for a while, so it will change this RPM to .deb file, and you see that file is generated here, and it says that .deb file is generated. So now I'm sure you know how to install .deb file. Okay, we use sudo dpackage -i and the name of the file that you have. Now hit enter, and it will start installing into your system. So right now if I search for zenmap, because I already installed that way, so you see I have zenmap and also zenmap as root. So now that I open that, let me close all and everything else. If you're not able to run that from that way, I can use it from terminal sudo zenmap and hit enter. So you see now the zenmap is opened here, very easy. Okay, as you see we have three options here. First one is the target. The target is the IP address that you're going to give. Okay, your IP address of your network. The second one is profile. This is name of the scan you're going to use. For example, ping scan, which is the simplest one. Then we have quick scan and all other that we are going to go through them, to each of them, the next lecture. And also we have the commands. So here if I use, for example, ping scan, you see we have nmap-sn, which is for scanning ping scan. Okay, and in here we can give the target, which is 10.0.20/24, which is our network. Now that I select this one, you see that this is the command. That means if you don't want this to use a graphical user interface, you can go with terminal, and then just copy this and paste it in your terminal and hit enter, so it will start scanning. Okay, so let's just go with doing a little scan here, okay, using this pin scan, and hit enter, so it will start discovering all the clients that is in your network. So as you see, we have all these devices here, and I know this device which is very familiar to me, and this one. Let's see what do we have here. Okay, so it is started, and let's see this one. Okay, you see we have its MAC address that is here. Now I can grab this and I can use this, and also it's telling me that it is Oracle VirtualBox virtual NIC. Okay, that means it is a system that is installed into my virtual machine. Okay, and also this is its IP address, this MAC address and IP address. That is two things I could use. The same thing with all other stuff that is going to be used. Okay, so I will show you even more details about ZenMap and also Nmap in the next lecture. Okay, previously I just showed you how to scan a network, how to install first the ZenMap, and then how to use it. Okay, now let me come to right in here. We have Nmap. Okay, Nmap stands for network mapping, and this Nmap is for terminal. Okay, but when it comes to ZenMap is the graphical user interface of Nmap. Okay, that right now we are using it here, and this ZenMap and also Nmap is able to discover open ports and also running some services in that port, and also operating systems, and also all the connected clients, and all much more details and information it could gather. So as you see here right now, we just use the pin scan. Pin scan is the simplest one that it will give you this little information, as you see here. And as you see, we have a lot more scan here. Okay, so let's go with quick scan. This quick scan is the command. Its command is right here. You can copy this from here and paste it in your terminal, and you can use this. And if you don't want that, then here hit enter and start scanning. So it's gonna take a little time, but it will give me a lot more details. So as you see here, the Nmap, its IP. Okay, it discovered a client that has this IP, and also as you see, we have 82 port clues, and all others are open. So these ports are open, and also the services that is running. See, FTP, SSH, Telnet, SMTP, Signal Protocol, Domain, HTTP, a lot of them. Okay, I think this one is metasploitable, this device. Okay, which is here. And also let's see this one. It is the Windows 10. You see here we have only one port from TCP. It is open, and this is the service that is running. So right now also we see that it's in a VirtualBox system, installed in a VirtualBox. And now that these ports are open, we know how to now continue searching about these ports. For example, this HTTP port. Okay, HTTP port is open now. I can go and search this, that what kind of attacks I can do on HTTP ports, or even port. Okay, the login is on this port. Okay, it is running the login services. So these are kinds of very information data that I could capture from here, from this. And also, if you want to run this in a terminal, let me show you. I am going to just copy that and then come to terminal. Let's run this in a new tab. paste it here and then use sudo at the beginning and hit enter. So now it will give you the same data that is here, but it's kind of not beautiful. It's like this, and you see we know the details, but it is kind of highlighted here. It is better than that. And also it has something else like services that is running right now. These are the services, and also ports that is open here, and also the topology of this network. So one of them is in red color, that is the most vulnerable, and it is a server. Looks like it is a server, and this is the topology of network that we can use. Host details, okay, and also the scan, we just have done two kind of scan. One of them is a simple scan, and also the next one was the quick scan that we just did it, okay. So this is how we can use ZenMap and Nmap like this, okay. So you see we used in terminal, we use Nmap, but the graphical user interface is ZenMap. This is the command, this is the target, this is the name of scan. So that is it about Nmap and ZenMap. You may heard of man-in-the-middle attack, and here now we are going to do this attack, okay, man-in-the-middle attack. First, let me show you in this picture what is man-in-the-middle attack, and then I will explain it completely practical, okay. So here, as you see, it is a typical network or a simple network. We have this victim here. Just imagine this is the Windows 10 that we have, okay, and we have the hacker machine, okay. The hacker machine is the Kali Linux that we have. So the typical network or the simple network is like this, that whenever this victim try to access the resources or the internet, is try to send a request to access point, and then access point to internet. When it get the answer, then it will respond to victim. The same thing goes with hacker machine, okay. First it requests something from access point and then get the responses. So it is the typical network, okay. Then what is man in the middle, okay? How does it work, man in the middle? Also we call it ARP spoofing. So it is like this. The victim, which is the Windows 10, it tried to access this access point or the router. It sent the request to access point, but here in the middle we have another machine which is called the hacker machine. It get the request of this victim and then send it to access point. While it sends it to access point, it is telling the access point that I am the Windows 10, okay. And also because it is man in the middle attack, the access point sent the response to this hacker machine, and the access point thinking that this is going to be Windows 10, because this hacker machine introducing itself for access point as Windows 10, and also it is introducing itself to Windows 10 as access point. Let me give you more, make it more clear in this image. So here we have the access point, here we have the victim, which is Windows 10, imagine, okay. We have the hacker machine here. So this hacker machine is man in the middle right now. So, and this hacker machine telling the access point that I am at 10.028. What is this IP from? Okay, whose IP is it? You see that is IP of this victim machine. It is changing its IP to IP of this one. Okay, we have a source and destination. When it sends a packet to access point, it make the source IP change it to IP of Windows 10, and also the destination to IP of this one, okay. And also when it get the response from access point and send it to Windows 10, it is telling that I am at 10.0.2.1, which is the IP of access point. So when it is sending the packet to access point, it is changing the source IP to Windows 10, and when it is sending the responses to Windows 10, it is changing the IP, the source IP and source MAC source IP to IP of this one, not itself. And here you see we can do a lot of things, because right now you see that all the packets flowing through this computer, and here we will be able to capture the packets and change it and then send it to access point. Okay, we can do a lot of things, so we will be showing you those things later, but now let's go and see how does it work. So here I have the color Linux. So this is the color Linux. Let me make it smaller and close this one. And as you see, we have this stuff here. Let me okay, we have Windows 10 here, and now if I want to find its IP config, and you see we have the same IP that was previously shown here, which is 215. Okay, and also we have another command to show the ARP table, so we use ARP-A, and right now you see we have this thing. Okay, the first one, which is 10.0.2.1, it is the IP of the router or access point, and it has this MAC address. So the thing I want to do is to do something that this Kali Linux become man in the middle and change this thing. Okay, so right now you see that we have the ARP table of Windows 10 like this. So here I'm going to use a program called ARP spoof, and I'm going to change, I'm going to tell this that my victim is this one, and also my IP is this one. I want to change it. So let's go with this sudo su. I want to be as a super user here. Now I'm going to use ARP spoof. Okay, -i eth0, and the next thing is the target. Okay, so what is the target? As you see, we have the target here, which is Windows 10. So I'm going to give its IP 10.0.2.15. So now I have the target. The next thing is the access point. Okay, so the target is Windows 10, the access point is 10.0.2.1. So let's go with that, 10.0.2.1. And also I want to open another terminal. Here I want to go to sudo su. In here I'm going to, so this one, okay, this one you see the target is Windows. Now I'm going to change it and make the target my router. So the same thing goes here, ARP spoof -i, which is the interface eth0, and this time the terminal is going to be, not the terminal, sorry, the target is going to be 10.0.2.1, and also changing that. Okay, that means move that here 10.0.2 and 15. So now let's head into here, and also the same thing here. So just wait a moment. Right now you see the ARP reply. Okay, so that means we are changing the MAC address. So here right now we having the Windows 10 here, and you see that we have the router and also its MAC address here. So let me use the same thing again, ARP-A, and hit enter. Wow, something changed here. Can you see that? That is again here. Okay, we have the router with the same IP, but its physical address or MAC address got changed. Which MAC address is this one from? Of course, it is from Kali Linux. Now, this Windows 10, instead of sending all the packets to router, it will send all the packets to Kali Linux. Okay, so you see we have the Kali Linux here, its IP, and also you see that its MAC address. It is the same thing with this one. That means now I have the MAC address of Kali Linux to router. Okay, so there is another thing we need to do, and that is to enable port forwarding in Kali Linux. Okay, sudo su, and while you're trying to do this attack, you need to enable port forwarding in your Kali Linux. I'm going to explain this a lot while we're trying to build our own tools in Python section, but here again I'm going to do this. So here we need to use echo 1 means to enable it. Okay, and then greater than, we have /proc/sysnet IP version 4, then IP forward, and then hit enter. If you don't have any kind of error, that means the port forwarding is enabled. Now you can use it. Okay, so right now if I have maybe, okay, I don't have internet access right now. If I had, so right now I could show you that now the internet is working perfectly, but all the packets is moving into Kali Linux, and then from there go to router. Okay, so that is it for this one, and I will show you how to capture these packets. Okay, we just we just have done something to be man in the middle. Okay, this Kali Linux become man in the middle. So being man in the middle is easy, but capturing them and analyzing them and doing something like changing the packets, that is kind of hard. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the future. In this lecture, I am going to show you something that is very, very cool, and you are going to like it. Okay, that is called man in the middle attack, or man in the middle framework. Okay, so it is a framework that we are going to use it and do a lot of attack and get some very useful information from the client. So years ago I was using it, but I think they were not updating that. So let's go and search that. It is man in the middle framework, MITMF, and let's see if it is updated or not. So if it is updated, so we will use it. If it is not updated, okay, we will not use it. And let's go see the details that is inside here. Okay, it is read only, no problem. Okay, 2018. It looks like it is not updated anymore, so let's come here. Okay, this project is no longer being updated. Okay, at that time, so it was working, but now what should I do if I need this? Man in the middle attack. Since then, many other tools have been created to fill this space. Okay, what is it? You should probably be using BetterCap. Perfect. BetterCap is more useful than that. So, wow, BetterCap. So now here we are going to use, instead of this framework, we're going to use the BetterCap, and I'm going to give you a little information about this BetterCap, that you are going to use this. And this BetterCap is very powerful. Okay, we can use it with wireless network, we can use it with wired network, we can get a lot of information. There is a lot of tricks that we can use to get HTTP, HTTPS, and a lot more information using this BetterCap. Okay, so first let's come here and try to install this BetterCap. So first you need to use sudo apt then update. After your system is all the resources are updated, then you can install the BetterCap. Okay, very easy. Just a moment. Okay, everything looks good now. Let's use apt install BetterCap. So for me it is already installed, but for you, if it is not installed, so you can use sudo apt install BetterCap. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to run this. Okay, I'm going to clear everything. Now let's use sudo BetterCap. Okay, now you see that it is in other color. That means it is going to be run or executed. So I'm going to run this on the interface. Okay, iface means interface of ETH0, and let's hit enter. Okay, so now it starts the BetterCap. So if you want to see details, it is giving you a little details here that use help for a list of command. Okay, let's go with help. As you see here, we have this kind of attacks that we can use. We can do some kind of update. Okay, this one update. We can use kind of gathering information on Wi-Fi, but the thing I need right now is something else that is called sniff. Okay, packet sniffing. So what should I do? Let's use net.sniff and then on, hit enter. So right now this is running. Now again, if I use just help and hit enter, you see that these two are running. Okay, so perfect. Now let's use net.show, hit enter. You see right now that it is capturing these devices, these clients. Okay, so you see we have four, these two, one of them is the router, the other one is something else. You see here we have the gateway and also the ETH0, so forget that two, and the main things are these three. So this one, I think it is okay, vendor, PC computer system. These three are computer system. Okay, the first one, it is I think okay, these three are the computers, and you see the details here. Now I'm going to go to my other machine, which is Windows. Okay, this one, let's open the Google Chrome. I want to open some website and trying to log in into that website, and let's see how beautiful we are capturing those packets, information and everything from Windows and displaying it on this terminal, and then we can use it. Okay, so let's just open this. So in here I have an IP. It is 10.0.2.5, I think. Let's hit enter. It is metasploitable server. Okay, that is running right now in my machine that is here. Okay, let me show you that too. And that is here, metasploitable. So okay, forget about that now. I'm going to go to DVWA, and here we have a login system. So I'm here going to add the username is going to be admin, password is going to be admin123, and hit the login. So that was some kind of, you know, fake information. So I just tried to add here. Now let's go back to Kali Linux. So this is the Kali Linux. You see something happened here. So what is the information we got? Okay, the first thing we got is here. Okay, start from here, and you see it is HTTP, these details found, and okay, the most beautiful thing is this one. Username is equal to admin, password admin123, and the login is equal to login. This is the button that I just pressed. Okay, and also you see the post here. Okay, that means we have a post request here, and this is the host. Okay, this is one of the URL that is used. This is other URL. Okay, and also HTTP is another URL that is used beautiful. Okay, so like this right now, you see we can get details and information using BitterCap. Isn't that cool? Of course that is cool. And you know, we can use this with all other stuff. Let me once again, I want to show this net and hit enter. So you see the details. Okay, name of this computer is desktop local. Okay, now the details or the data that is received here and also the sent here is also showing. Okay, so I think these are cool. For me, cool. For you, I don't know, maybe that is cool. And this was an HTTP attack, okay, that we could get. And also let me come right here. You see we have a lot of this kind of things that we can use: HTTPS proxy server, and also Mac changer, and also MySQL server. A lot more thing that we can use here. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Okay, we can do this man in the middle attack using BitterCap as well. So let's run this BitterCap sudo su or sudo BitterCap and hit enter, and then provide the password here. So now you see that the BitterCap started. Okay, so how can we run man in the middle attack? As you see right now, we are running the Kali Linux, and also here I have the Windows 10. So I want this Kali Linux to become man in the middle of Kali Linux, in the middle of this Windows 10 and also the router. So let's see if it is possible or not. So here we are going to use a command called net. Before doing this, I'm going to use help, so you can see all the command, okay, that we can use here. So any proxy, API REST, spoof, and all and everything. Even we can do Wi-Fi attacks here. So the thing I'm going to do is net.prop. Net.prop is right here. Okay, you see that .prop and then on. So now if I hit that enter, and you see now that it's starting net as net scan, okay, net recon. So right now it started. Okay, right now this PC, this computer, which is Kali Linux, is man in the middle of Kali Linux, in the middle of Windows 10 and also the router. So right now if I use net.show and hit enter, you will see a better details. Right now let me use it once again, net.show. So now you see a better result. Okay, so see that we have this laptop, which is our Windows 10, and this is its MAC address. So I captured this too, and right now I am man in the middle. So right now I'm not doing any ARP spoofing or even launching the ARP spoofing or redirecting anything. So right now I am man in the middle. Okay, so and it is how you can become man in the middle using this netcap. Okay, using BitterCap. So in the next video I will show you how you can enable ARP spoofing attack in here. Okay, now I'm going to show you how we can use ARP spoofing attack on a specific target like Windows 10 that we have here. So you see we have its IP that is here, and also the same things that is here. Okay, and this is name of the system or the computer. So let me copy this, or I can just type it. Okay, so right now let's enable, or let's start the ARP spoofing attack. So by using set and here ARP dot spoof, dot target, and then give the target. The target is 10.0.2.15. Hit enter. So right now this is set to this one. Okay, so our target is this one. Now the next thing that I want to do is launch the ARP spoof. So let's use arp.spoof on. Hit enter. So right now you see that ARP spoof enabling forwarding. So right now it is started. Okay, started, and let's go and try to do something on the system which was in here. Okay, Windows 10. Let me open the Google Chrome, and from here when I try to access any website, I will be able to capture all the links and everything here. Okay, and also let me do one more thing here to launch this thing, Metasploitable. Okay, so right now let's try to access some kind of thing like VirtualBox. So right now you see that I don't have internet access into this PC. Maybe I have. Let's see. The important thing is right here, that see that if we are capturing anything or not. So you see that I don't get anything here, but something happens here. Okay, not very important thing. Let's try to access. Still it is loading, but no internet. Let's see if it is started. I want to access, okay, the server, and then try to see if I'm able to capture things here or not. Okay, let's log in. It is msf admin. Hit enter. msf admin, and right now I am here. So let's use if config to find its IP. You see the IP, it is 5. Okay, so let's have that. It is 10.0.2.5. Hit enter, and let's see. Okay, we are able to have that. And again, if I go to DVWA, I will be able to go right here, and if I just have the thing like admin, hit the login, but still you see we don't have anything right here. Okay, 10.0.2.5 detected. Okay, it's also detected something that is here. Let's use net.show, and you see that we have the Metasploitable as well here. Okay, so right now we are man in the middle, and ARP spoof is on. So we must be able to capture things like anything that we are searching here. But also if I just use help here, you see that sniff, it is packet sniffing is still off. I want to make sure that this is on, and also let's use net.show now, and again come back here and try to see Okay, now that I refresh this, you see we got things here. Okay, first we got the page, okay, that is here, the URL. And now if I try to use some kind of admin, or let's go with password this time, and hit to log in, as you see I logged into this. Let's see here. Okay, we got the host and all the information that I just showed you before. The good thing is the username and also the password that is here, we got that too. Okay, so it is how we can do stuff like this. But let's go and see how we can redirect someone from for example, someone tried to access facebook.com, and let's go and do something to, whenever someone tries to access this facebook.com, I'm going to redirect this person to a page or web page or anything that I myself created that, and then I can use it. Okay, so like that. Let's go and see that. Hi, welcome back. Let's go and see how to redirect someone from one web page to other page using this Buttercup. Okay, so here let me show you something. I have a file called index.html. okay, now that I'm trying to open this, you see it looks like a login page of Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to close this, and in here first I'm going to show you how to launch your server. Okay, start the server, and then how we can use it. Okay, so first let me come to home. From here go to file system, and then go to var, and then www, and then html. This is your server location. Okay, this Kali Linux, when you install it, it has a server itself. Okay, so we need to run this, and let me, in here, see we are in the location var www and then html. Right now I am going to run this. Okay, no problem if you're trying to run this from here or desktop or anywhere, no problem. That is no problem. Okay, so here I'm going to write service apache 2, then start, and then hit enter. So wait for a while, and then so right now the Apache is started. So I use ifconfig. So the server that is started is going to be accessible from this IP address, that is my local IP. Okay, I just copy that and then go to right here and then paste it. Okay, and hit enter. So you see that still it is giving me that one. Let me open a new tab and then just access that. You see that it is giving me the login page of Facebook. Why? That is because I just copied the index page of that I just showed you, that was in desktop. Okay, when I double click that, it opens this one, but for you it is going to be different, so because you don't have this. And I will do something. Okay, so you can have your own web page, not just Facebook, like something else. Okay, you can have any website that you're trying to test. So first you may have something like this when you try to open, or something like something else. Okay, so it is Debian Apache, something like the web server. You will be having that, but for me this one. Okay, so I hope you understand this. And the next part is to go with the application that we are trying to learn about. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. Now let's go with sudo Buttercup. So right now I started this. Okay, before starting this, let me use Ctrl C to quit this. I'm going to go to Windows system. I want to show you something. here you see we have our server running in Kali Linux, and I'm trying to access the server from here 10.0.2.4. okay, and when I'm trying to access that from here, you see again I am able to access that Facebook login page, but it's a little different because right now here we are running it with Chrome, and in this system we are running it that with Firefox, so that is a little different. So don't be worried about that. Okay, now come back to Kali Linux and run this. So the first thing, we need to become man in the middle, so we just use net.prop on. So right now I am man in the middle of router and then Windows 10. So the next thing to do is start the ARP spoofing attack, so on a specific target. So let's use set arp.spoof.targets and then 10.0.2.15. Why 15? That is because of my Windows machine that is here. Okay, and then hit enter. So now my target is Windows 10. Okay, that I have its IP. The next one is to enable this ARP spoofing, so we use arp.spoof on. So now it is enabled, and also the next thing you want to do is to enable sniffing, okay, packet sniffing. So we write net.sniff on. So right now I must be able to capture data that is transferring between computer and the internet. So right now you see we capture kind of links here. That is okay, no problem. The thing I want is to redirect people that they are trying to access something. So first let's disable this packet sniffing. So again we write net.sniff off. So right now it's stopped. The next thing I want to do is to, if you haven't started your server yet, you need to start the Apache server. Okay, this sudo service apache to start. When it is started, you need to have your IP. You know how to find your IP, use ifconfig, and this is your IP address. So good. Now in here let's start this. So I'm going to use set dns.spoof.domains, and then let's go with Facebook with 2k.com. If someone's trying to use Facebook with 2k.com, I want to access my Facebook. Okay, I want them to have access to my Facebook, to my web page that I created. So the next thing is to enable this DNS spoof again. So DNS.spoof is going to be on. So right now you see DNS spoof is on, and it's redirecting Facebook with 2k.com into this IP address. Good. So come here and check your IP address. So you see it is okay, our server is running. Now let's go back to Windows machine, and also let me see my this here, and then I want to go to Windows machine. I want to search for Facebook with 2k.com and then hitting enter. So right now it's doing something, and it says that that is not accessible. And also you see we have something sending spoofing DNS reply for facebook.com to this one. That means it is working perfect from here, but in here we have some kind of error. Let's come to setting, because I want to remove the history of this browser, and when I clean the history, it is going to maybe work. Okay, and also make sure that you are having the same thing that you write here. So we have Facebook with 2k.com. okay, so let's hit enter and just wait a moment. So you see we have the title here, facebook.login. okay, and you see we have the same thing that is going here. Perfect, isn't that? Yeah, of course that is perfect. And that was perfect. So also if you want, you can use net.sniff on, and also let's come back here, try to capture some details. For example, it's going to be Facebook, and also the password is going to be password.com. Hitting enter, and let's see if we capture anything here. So that is kind of different. Okay, you see we have some kind of this one. Okay, facebook.com is that one. Okay, we have hosts. Okay, I'm sure we captured those things here, but I'm not able to find them right now, but we did found. Okay, we did capture a lot of things here. So it is how dangerous, you see how dangerous it is to redirect someone from one place to another places. Okay, right now you see that it is capturing a lot of data, but I don't find the things I want right now. Okay, so it is how redirecting one page to another page work using this BitterCap. Okay, so it is very dangerous. Try to not to connect to free or open Wi-Fi's in like coffee shops and in some public places, because when others are they are trying to redirect you from one website to another website, they are able to do a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things you even can't believe. So right now I even can use beef accesses here to access to the whole computer. Okay, I can access to the webcam, I can access to files and capture files, download the files, have access to everything I want, easy as ABC. So be careful about that, and I will see you with other lectures. Okay, let's see how to use Wireshark. You may know what is Wireshark because it is very famous. A lot of people around the world is using this Wireshark for capturing packets, data, and analyzing them, filtering them, and finding something important to use it. So here I'm going to give you a little information, just a small information, okay, because this Wireshark has a wide range of area that people are using it. So I will just teach you very simple thing that you can use it, how to capture packets, how to analyze it, and how to find important data. So let's search for Wireshark. If we find it here, so of course we have it, so we don't need to install it. Okay, that means it is pre-installed in Kali Linux. So click on that, and then when it is opened, completely ready, so from here we have a lot of things that we need to select. Okay, so this one, as you see, we have ETA 0. That means we are going to work on wired. Okay, so I'm going to select this or double click on that, so it starts capturing packets, data that is on that network. Or if you just select that and then come right here and then hit on this thing that you see, it will start capturing packets. So right now you see we started the capturing packets, and right now we don't do anything in our computer, but the computer itself in the background, it is updating something, sending and receiving data. So right now, and you see all the protocols here, that is TCP, this is the time, okay, this is the number, this is the time, this is a source is going to be our computer, and also maybe the network that we are in the network, it is capturing the packets that is flowing in the network right now, and this is going to be the destination. Okay, and the protocol that you see here, this is the length of each packet you see, and also more information that you see here. It is telling, for example, in here it is telling that who has this IP address till this one. Okay, And you see that this one, as you see, 10.0.2.1 is our router, okay, until 10.0.2.15 that tell this one that who has this IP address. And then maybe right now in the other one, as you see, it is also ARP packet, and it's receiving that, okay, receiving that, and it is telling that this is telling, okay, 10.0.2.1 telling is at this one, okay, it's MAC address. That means it's okay. So it is how we can capture packets if you want to stop it. But before stopping that, let's go do some real thing here, okay. So right now you see it is capturing a lot of things, and I'm going to go to here, for example, let's search for something, maybe google.com, okay. So we just found google.com here, and let's go back to Wireshark. So I'm going to stop this because we are capturing a lot of packet here. So let's go and see if we find something here, okay. So you see that the protocols here, okay, TLS version 1.2 and also TCP. Let's go and search for something which is a bit important, okay. TCP, come on, we need to find something, okay. Application data, these are the details and data that is necessary while sending and receiving data, okay. These are something application data that we don't need it here right now, okay, to give you plus at google.com. Maybe this is kind of a little information that we could use, okay. So as you see, it is protocol, it is DNS, okay, and you see the source, it is 192.168.9.7. This is the source, and this is 10.0.24. This is the destination. That means it comes from this IP to my IP address. So my IP address, which is in Kali Linux, that is this one right now, and you see the type or the protocol, that is DNS. That means it is DNS, okay. So what is this? Also, if you want, we can double click on this and it will open a new thing here, a new window here, okay, that you could analyze this, start digging here and finding something important. But I don't want to do that in here right now. And also, you know, we have something called filtering here. We could do that. And also, if you want to go find some kind of packet, go deeply, and we can use that there. That I will explain it in the next lecture. So it is how we can capture packets, okay, and data. So this one, as you see, it is also a DNS server, DNS protocol. As you see that we just searched www.google.com, and that is here. So this is the MAC address, and it is telling that this google.com is this in this location, okay. If I go inside, maybe I could find something, okay. So you see we have the frame that is 816 bits, okay, and it is on interface it is 0, ID 0, okay. A lot of information that you can come here and search for, you can find it, okay. It is very good if you are a kind of system administrator or network administrator, so you will see what is going on in your network, or the person who are using your network, what are they doing, okay. It is very, very good, okay. So let's go and do some kind of man-in-the-middle attack, and then let's see if we can capture some kind of username or password using this Wireshark or not, okay. So I will see you in the next lecture with one of the coolest stuff, okay. Okay, let's go first launch man-in-the-middle attack, and then start this Wireshark, and then capturing packets, analyzing data, and see if we can find something important or not, okay. You see we have this metasploitable here, Okay, just a moment. Ein Moment bitte. Okay, it's running. And also if I came back here, it's Kali Linux, okay, and this one, it is a Windows machine. Let's come here and search if the server is running or not. It was 10.0.2.5, I think. Let's run this. Okay, we don't have access to that server. Let's come back here, and I don't know why it is not running. Come on. Okay, so let's once again go with if config. So the IP address is 10.0.2 and 5. Let me come back here and try to search for 10.0.2.5, and let's see if we are connected to the server or not. As you see, we are not connected. Okay, that is because of something's going on here. Okay, and I will fix it. Okay, looks like I'm using some kind of things. Internet option, then go to connection, LAN setting. Okay, I'm using a proxy here. As you see, I'm going to close it. Okay, and let's see. Okay, now everything looks good. We are able to connect to Metasploitable 2. So DVWA, we have a login form here. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Kali Linux that you see here, and I'm going to launch the BitterCap. So let's go with sudo. We have BitterCap, and let's go with ETH0, which is our interface. So give the password that is provided here. And now actually this is kind of mistake. I'm going to quit this. You can quit this with typing exit or just giving Control-C. So let's clear this. Once again, I'm going to sudo BitterCap. In here we need to give the iFace, okay, and then the interface. My interface is ETH0. So now it is started. Okay, you see gateway monitor is started. So good. Now let's start man in the middle. You know, if we go to help, you see we have a lot of things here. One of them is props, okay, that will launch the man in the middle. So let's go with net.prop on. So it will start be man in the middle. So as you see, we captured two mission here. One of them is this one, 3 mission actually. This one and also this one. This one is the Windows mission. So the next thing I want is to make this full duplex true. What does that mean? That means we need to capture packets from router and also the victim from both sides. Okay, so I'm going to use arp.spoof.full duplex is going to be true. Okay, the next thing we need to specify our target. arp.spoof.targets is going to be 10, the Windows machine, okay, 02 and 15. That is here. Okay, this one, my Windows machine. I'm hitting enter now, and now it is time to enable or start the ARP spoof. Okay, so you see the ARP spoof here not running, so I'm going to do that. And how can I do that? arp.spoof on. So right now you see that being man in the middle is started. If I go to Windows machine here and I start checking the ARP table, ARP-A, you see that the MAC address for router got changed, and you see this my Kali Linux MAC address, and also the same things here. That means right now I am man in the middle, and it changed for the router. So good. So right now we are man in the middle, and it is time to launch the Wireshark. Okay, Wireshark. So on ETH0, I select ETH0 and then I hit this one this time to start capturing. So good. I want to not to capture from public internet. Okay, so I close the Wi-Fi. The next thing I need to do is to go to Windows machine that is here, and right over here I'm going to do something. Okay, first let me refresh this so we could capture some link. Okay, 10025, and then go to DVWA. From here I'm going to type, let's type admin and also password. So hit enter. You see we are logged in now, and I can come right here and play something. Okay, some kind of like this. So right now I'm sure the Wireshark captured a lot of packets right here. That you see all of them are ARP, and right now I think we captured enough packets to analyze them. So let me close this. Okay, stop capturing. And right now if we move up here, you see it is telling that who has this IP address, and then it is telling that this has this IP address. And let me see. So the thing we are looking for is something, it is HTTP request. Okay, so I'm going to search here for HTTP and then hit enter. So it will give me all the HTTP requests. The next thing I want is the post. Okay, you see here the method is get right now, and it has something like this. If I go inside, let's see if we find something here. Okay, frame is marked false, protocol. Okay, if I search here, I'm sure I will not be able to find anything important, but you know, the good thing is that I know that whenever we send the login form, we need to change, you know, whenever they are creating the login form, the method is post, because it is a little important. So people are changing the method from get to post, so the data is kind of encrypted or not sending by URL. So the next thing I want is to search for post, not get. Okay, so if I came right here, you see we have something called post here. Okay, now if I double click on this, and I may find something here. Okay, okay, this packet has the post. If I am not able to find it, then okay, I am able to find it. So you see we have the username. The username is equal to admin, and also the password is equal to password. So that means the person who tried to log in, they had a username, it was admin, they had a password was password, and then the button name was login. So by hitting the login, they just logged into the thing, okay, the website. So it is one way of finding data, analyzing packets, and also you see we just search for HTTP here. But sometimes you may not be able to find this post from here, and also you may capture a lot of data that you're not able to find some important data. So for that we came to edit, find packets. Okay, and you see when we hit the find packets, we enabled something else here. So I'm going to search for something like string. Okay, when we enable the string here, we also have something else here. So I want to go into packet details, and let that be narrow and wide. And also if you want, you can enable the case sensitive. If not, so don't do that. And here I'm going to search for username, for example, and let's see if you are able to find the username or not. So when I hit that, you see immediately it finds me the username here. Okay, and also the other one here. Let's see if somewhere it shows that how much result did it found. Okay, it is not showing me. So, and you see we have something here, and okay, post. So you see, when I hit this find, it is going to the next line, next line, and next line. And right now you see in this part we find the username here, okay, that is located here. And also this time I'm trying to find with something else. For example, imagine you're not able to find the username, so try with password. Hit enter. So you see we have a password here. It is the HTML form. That also we have that here, and then hit find. Again hit find. Okay, I didn't find something important, then hit find. And finally you see we got the post here, okay, that is here. I could double click this, or I can come right here and you see that it is found here. Password is equal to a password. So while we're working on login form, okay, there's some keyword that you can use. For example, besides password, you can try with pass, or with user, or login. Make it capital, make it small, and remove this case sensitive. Trying with string, and this is very, very useful while analyzing the data packets inside Wireshark. So good luck.